Your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny final expense insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Monday at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show. Ray Trendley and the Colbert crew will be discussing all things law and not law on a variety of topics, from the latest legal news to the best new movies.
If you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they will tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. And more often than not, they'll add, I should have done it sooner. So what are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. Just text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. If finances aren't concerned, they offer 24-month interest-free financing. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted.
What?
It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices on WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Savory tastes and tunes are returning to SeaWorld with bands, brew, and barbecue. Sample recipes from Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and more. Pair them with refreshing cocktails and ice-cold craft beers. Catch live concerts by award-winning artists every weekend through August 25th. And stay for spectacular Ignite fireworks. Don't miss SeaWorld's bands, brew, and barbecue every weekend this summer. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free with park admission.
Want to win a free motorcycle? I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving away a free motorcycle valued up to $20,000. All you have to do is go to bikerswinorlando.com. That's bikerswinorlando.com. Enter today at bikerswinorlando.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, July 15th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from the most insane weekend to the Trump VP pick is coming this week. And stay away from the hugging robbers in California. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Sabrina is out. Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to Josh.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on Twitch and YouTube. It's at The News Junkie on both platforms.
You can hear it for now.
Oh, no. There's no video going on?
Yeah.
Christ alive, man.
It's
What's
fine.
happening today? No, it's not fine.
Sean's had a morning. So
Oh, my
it's been one of those fun Sean mornings.
I have
love
so
a
many
fun
things
Sean
to
morning.
say and so many things to go over. And then here we are. Like, everything is upside down today. We'll get it all sorted out. I promise you that much. Okay. But the video, I guess, is out right now on the stream. When I came in, all my monitors were down. C-Line's trying to talk to me from HQ, and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening, and everything was sideways. So bit by bit, like in the minutes before the show, I was getting everything fixed and patched up, and now here we are. I was like, I was so confident. I went out into the kitchen, and I took my medicine, and I said, everything was broken, but we got it all fixed. And here we are. It's not all. One more thing left, folks. So we look better this way for right now, and we'll get everything kicked up in just a moment on the show. What a weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I mean, I know where to start, and we will get into all the stuff with the Trump assassination attempt. Just absolutely insane seeing some of the things that happened this weekend. But, I mean, it started with me going, man, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about on Monday. It started with, for me at least, I was watching as the judge dismissed the entire Alec Baldwin trial against him because the prosecution and the cops were lying. And they were withholding evidence from Alec Baldwin's attorneys, and they were like hiding stuff that was exculpatory, meaning that it made it clear that Alec Baldwin probably wasn't guilty in this case. And the judge was like, with prejudice, I dismiss these charges, meaning they can never bring them back on Alec Baldwin again. And so I said, man, that's going to be interesting to talk about on Monday. That was pretty wild that happened. And then Dr. Ruth plops off, and she's ripped. And you're okay. I mean, that's pretty expected. Dr. Ruth is old, excuse me. But it was fairly expected. I do remember, are you guys connected to Dr. Ruth at all, or do you not have any memories of Dr. Ruth?
I remember a little bit. She was the sex lady, right?
Yeah, she had the TV show, which
I feel like I had that conversation like 3 times this weekend where somebody said, she was the sex lady, right?
Uh-huh.
The old sex lady.
I love a good sex lady.
I forgot what channel her show was on. Was it on MTV or something? Or
no, I feel like it was more of like a TLC.
I remember that I turned it on, Dr. Ruth, the first time I ever watched it. I told somebody this on Twitter over the weekend. And the first time I turned it on, I was like a kid flipping through the channels. And I see an older lady, and she's surrounded by vibrators. And I go, what on earth did I just tune into here? And then as I watched it, I was like, oh, this isn't some like tawdry thing. This is like an old lady who really wants people to have healthier sex lives and has like legitimate information to give them about like sex. And I go, well, I didn't even think of that being an option.
She was on Lifetime.
Lifetime. All right. So it would be late at night on Lifetime, and you'd see Dr. Ruth's old wrinkly face pop up there, and she would tell you about all of the things, everything you needed to know. It was way more in depth than Loveline or any of those shows were at the time. I think she did a column in a newspaper for a long time, too. She was just a legend out there doing her thing. The most unexpected of them all. But she died this weekend, and you go, damn, all right, well, we'll talk about Dr. Ruth on Monday. And then as we're at the bowling event, which we'll discuss at some point here, I said we're loaded up today. As we're at the bowling event, I look down and I see, son of a bitch, Richard Simmons died.
Rip.
And I like, all of this is before Trump gets shot, folks. All of that. And I go, all right, another thing on the list. Richard Simmons is dead. Okay, we'll put that down there. We'll see. Nothing else could possibly happen, right?
No.
We head home from the bowling event.
But I mean, before a certain time on Saturday, you would think that the biggest, most tragic thing to happen over the weekend was Morgan Wallen canceling that damn concert.
Yeah,
I mean,
God,
I thought nothing could shut Facebook up about the outrage about Morgan Wallen, and I was wrong.
Yeah, you know who was going to that? Because I had talked to him right after the show on Friday. Mo said, yeah, me and a friend of mine, I just came back from Tampa, and I got to go back to Tampa to go to this Morgan Wallen show. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And he's like, I'm not looking forward to the drive, but whatever. And then he leaves his car at my place. And I see that Morgan Wallen canceled the show like a couple hours before the concert was supposed to go on. And I was like, oh, did you drive? And he said, no, I learned about halfway there. I thought maybe he had driven all the way to Tampa.
So, yeah, the only time this has happened to me is when Dave Matthews got COVID. And I found out, thanks to a listener, actually, who texted me and was like, if you're on your way, turn around. Yeah. And I was halfway to West Palm Beach. But I think, like, some of the outrage stemmed from him canceling other shows in the area. So for some people, this was the second time this has happened to them, but also the proximity in time to the show.
Right.
The last minuteness of it really pisses some people off. Like that Elton John number where everybody was in their seats already.
Yeah, Elton John's backstage doing Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti warm-ups, and he's like, nah, not going to do it.
Ear infection. Bye-bye.
Yeah, sorry, see you later, no show. Everybody has to saunter out of there. And so all that's going on, and I come home from the bowling event, which was a blast and a huge success. And as I said, we'll mention that later. We'll get into that. But I sit down on the toilet, and I pull up my phone on Twitter, because just a little secret about me, folks. I don't want to inundate you with too much about my personal private life here, but I just read Twitter on the toilet. It's all I do. When I go into the bathroom, if I'm sitting down on the toilet, I am on Twitter. This is very foreign to Courtney, who doesn't bring, this is sacrilege to me, doesn't bring her phone into the bathroom with her.
Come on.
Raw dogging it.
What are you doing?
Yes, she's raw dogging it in there. Like the people on the flight. She's going into the bathroom. She doesn't bring her phone in there. She goes, ew, that's gross. You bring your phone in the bathroom. And I go, do I?
She's not wrong, but I don't have the mental fortitude.
No, I can't do it. My attention span is so short that I can't just go to the bathroom.
Instagrams to watch, man.
I have stuff to do.
Reels.
I can't do that. And so
I got a Twitter on the word that I can't say that rhymes with Twitter.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. So I'm sitting down, and when I open the Twitter app,
so you were already home when you found out? Because I was still in the Uber on the way back from the bowling tournament when
I literally had run in the door because I had to go to the bathroom. I was like shuffled into the door. I wouldn't call it a run, and made my way into the bathroom.
Even in that situation, I would run back if I forgot my phone.
Can't do it.
And here's the conundrum I faced. So as I sat down and fired up Twitter on my phone, the first thing I saw was just from seconds before, oh my God, there's been a shooting at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania. And I said, no. And I look, and it's a 5-second clip because it had just happened. 5-second clip of the gunshots going off and Trump grabbing his head. And now I got some juice, right? So the first thing I do is just, retweet it or post that so people can know what's going on. But the second thing is I want to tell Courtney so bad. But remember, I found it immediately when I sat on the toilet. So I got this gold I wanted to explain to her. I was like, there's insane stuff happening right now. I had to wait. And then
you had to unload first.
I sat there for a handful of minutes thinking about how I was going to deliver this insane news to her. Like, what will my entry line be? What will I say? And I walked into the room when she was in there, and I go, they did it.
What?
I said, they shot Trump.
They did it?
I said, they did it. I said, I knew this was going to happen eventually. I said, somebody shot Trump, and she got upset. And I hope she doesn't mind me telling it. She got upset because the story was so crazy, and she starts getting real, like she was crying about it. And she was like, everybody hates each other in our country. And I was like, don't worry. Most people aren't focused in on this. This person who
who shot Trump isn't like a representative of where our country really is. I'm trying to calm her down. I don't believe half these things. I'm just trying to make her. She's
it's
upset.
Totally representative.
Yeah, and I struggle with things because I have news junkie brain and then human being Sean brain. And news junkie
you
brain.
use one of those much more than you use the other, though.
News junkie brain works like this. I go, this is insane. This is big. I gotta start flowing here. Got to start getting some things out there and letting people know what's going on. And then
how long did it take from zipping up your pants to start a live stream?
Oh, I didn't start a live stream.
No.
No.
That's very surprising.
Should have done it on the toilet.
No, I have strict rules against doing too much work on the weekends these days. So I work all day long, Monday through Friday. I still do stuff, posting and whatnot. So I'm not going to be doing a live stream on the weekend. My weekends are my weekends. And I barely even get those. I'm out there bowling with the people, for God's sake. So yeah, I mean, we start watching this. I put it on CNN in the living room, and she's like, "This is too much for me right now. I can't watch this." And I said, "Okay."
So you put it on Fox News?
I went into the studio. Everybody was saying the same thing. I went into the studio and started watching what was going on, and just immediately dumbfounded by what I see as the biggest of all stories here. Because, and I'll get into this in depth in a little bit because everything's loaded up big on the show today. But what was going through my head immediately was, I know what the takes are going to be. It's like a comment section. I can predict what every person from every quarters is going to say about something like this. And immediately I thought there's going to be some people who say, well, what does he expect? He's the most hated man in the United States of America. Maybe true. Most controversial for sure. Or up there, you would say. His rhetoric has divided people, et cetera, all these things. But in my mind, I said, maybe some of those things are true. But what's also true is it's insanely important to the United States of America that no matter the temperature at any given moment, and no matter the political leanings of any particular candidate, the Secret Service does their job in protecting the President of the United States of America. And it became insanely clear to me in about 45 minutes that not just one ball was dropped here, but this was an epic, systemic, insane failure on so many fronts by the Secret Service. You had a young guy who just like 30 minutes before went and purchased the rounds that he used to shoot at Trump. All right. He got them right before he went to this Trump rally in Pennsylvania. He had just gotten them. He's at a Trump rally wearing a shirt from like a gun aficionado YouTube. And you might say, okay, well, there's probably lots of those at a Trump rally. Yeah, maybe there would be. But if you see somebody acting suspicious and they've got a shirt with a upside down or backwards flag or whatever it is on the shoulder, maybe that's just the insignia from the military uniforms. But you've got somebody with a gun shirt on. They're at this event. They're climbing up onto the roof of a building completely within shot of the front runner in the presidential election. There's people screaming. They're shouting to the police. There's a guy up there. There's a guy on the roof. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. And then you hear from the Secret Service that the protocol is to wait until somebody shoots first.
What?
Because you don't want to accidentally shoot somebody with a telescope. And so all this just sounds stupid to me. Like, all of this just sounds really, really, really dumb to me. And so I do want to talk about that.
Wait, that's a thing? You don't want to accidentally shoot somebody with a telescope?
That's what they said. They literally said Secret Service protocol is to wait until a shot is fired.
Who lays on their stomach on a roof with their telescope
during the day?
I have no idea. And staring at somebody on a building directly across from where former President Trump is speaking.
I mean, I get what the optics would be if they sniped dead somebody who just had a telescope on a stand.
I don't even know if the optics would be that bad. They'd say, well, what were you doing? You had a telescope across, like you were up in the bird's nest aiming to shoot at the president, and they thought you might have had a gun and they shot you. I don't even think the optics would be that bad. If somebody if the people on the ground are screaming out that this person has a gun, I mean, I don't know how we have enough time that goes by. You can hear Trump speaking as all of that happens. You can hear him in the background speaking. Sour Patch Pete on Twitch says, Kay, don't understand why that vantage point wasn't being guarded or closed off. The Secret Service is blaming the local police, which I think is just unacceptable. You got local police in small town Pennsylvania. Even if larger police outfits were connected to them, they don't know what they're doing. They're not ready to protect the president like this. God. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to chew into on that. I want to talk about the bowling event when we come back because all three of us were there. Even though I only saw Josh for like 5 seconds on the way out. And he chastised me. He chastised me for walking by him and not saying it. I was like, oh, my God. I didn't even see him.
It was the camo hat. I get it.
Yeah. I was just walked right by.
I can't even see him now.
Yeah. It's just invisible in the crowd. And he was doing some bowling there. What happened to Angel?
We don't know.
We
don't talk about that. He had to get out of there, some sort of emergency.
Yeah. Oh, did he really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I was a ringer.
I was like, oh, Josh is all of a sudden playing for Angel. I saw Angel as I was walking in. I was like, well, what's happening here? All right, we'll get into all of this and so much more. Super busy show today. We want to hear from you, whatever your take is, whatever your opinion is on what's happening. And various things. You could take Shannon Doherty if you want. She also died this weekend. Sad story about that. And I
think she's going to get Farrah Fawcetted more than Richard Simmons is.
I think they all are. I really do. I think people will be like, well, wait, Richard Simmons is dead? He didn't get 30 minutes. He didn't get 30 minutes up there. It was as Farrah Fawcetted as somebody could be, I think. It's wild that everything happened in that succession and that quickly. I think people are going to completely forget about that. Shannon Doherty, some of the response on that is worth talking about, too. Where there's a lot of people going, she died and it's sad, but she was seeking out like alternative healthcare remedies. So, this is no surprise. She should have seen this coming. She's an idiot. And I was like, she was on chemotherapy like multiple times, this poor woman. Because she's battling cancer on chemo and trying anything else she could to stay alive, anything, you're going to get mad at that? This isn't a Steve Jobs scenario. She was just trying. And if I was told today, God forbid, knock on all the wood, that I have cancer, I would go to a witch doctor just to give it a shot on top of all the other things. Of course, I would go to the medical professional. I would go to anybody and do anything that I could possibly do just to try to be healthy. That is just how I am. And I think how most people would be. Mr. D. Vans on Twitch says, Richard Simmons deserves at least 30 minutes. That's how long it takes to sweat to the oldies. He was such a sweet man, Everybody bothered him in the end. Okay, we got so many different things to discuss today. You can lead us in a direction with those dispatches, though. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. When we return, we'll get into the bowling alley, what happened behind the scenes there, and then we'll see where things flow on a very busy show. Amy Caulfield even joining us in a little bit. A lot to get to. It's coming up next in the News Junkie.
This is Real Radio 104.1 on your phone with the iHeartRadio app and on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
If I-4 is a part of your commute this morning, there's stop-and-go traffic eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Bumper-to-bumper traffic due to construction. The left lane is closed southbound on Florida's Turnpike between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. And there's an earlier accident to keep an eye out for where Colonial Drive meets Old Cheney Highway. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. They are the best of the best of the best. You want somebody professional in your home fixing stuff. You want somebody who's going to assist you in getting your AC back up and running so you can be comfortable like you deserve after a hard day's work. You got Mills Air. They are there for you, and they've been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, so they can get you big rebates, up to $1,275 for a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to Mills Air. Turn to them for preventative maintenance. You can save money and detect an upcoming breakdown. The phone number, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Save time and money with the PVC Fence in a Box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $22.60. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at EasyCater.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Millions of people are losing weight on semaglutide, the main ingredient in Ozempic. Are you ready to join the weight loss revolution? At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we can help with high-quality, FDA-approved medications and the support of our licensed medical team. The doctors at Red Mountain have been at the forefront of medical weight loss for over 25 years. We offer meal plans to speed your progress and medical solutions for side effects or muscle loss, all for less than half the price of Ozempic. Trust your weight loss journey to a medical practice, not an online pharmacy. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we offer quality semaglutide, medical supervision, and ongoing support, all for less than half the price of Ozempic. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. Full strength semaglutide in stock and ready to ship today.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. After 28 years of practicing law and being responsible for thousands of people who've lost their jobs, their financial freedom, and even their lives, I believe when trying to decide on an attorney, you should ask yourself 3 things. How long have they been in business? Do they have good reviews? And do they actually care? Hopefully you never need us, but if you do, call us at 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Or visit us at whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
It's almost here. Team USA is
to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is
anything, any of the action or inaction, you can find the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. Spent the weekend bowling. Man, how about that? Don't get to say that normally. C-Lane spent the weekend drinking at a bowling alley. He was partying at the bowling alley.
That's
nothing wrong
American
with
as
that.
it gets.
I looked over and I was like, look at that. C-Lane sitting at the bar this is so like old school. I thought like it brought me back to the old days of being at the bowling alley. And like even the music soundtrack was kind of, there was some old school songs in there. There was a DJ, I guess, who was playing at this bowling alley. And I barely got to interact with either of you there. And by the way, we'll get to more of what's happening with the Trump stuff and all the millions of things that happened this weekend in a moment. We have to go over this just because a lot of you were out there this weekend. I got there a little later than I was supposed to. On purpose. Didn't want to just sit around too much, if I'm honest with you. And we were at, where were we at?
Oviedo Bowling Center.
Oviedo Bowling Center. And when I walked into the place, I said, it's a madhouse in here. What the hell is going on?
Chaos.
I said, somebody call the fire department. There's way too many people.
We were within the code.
Yeah, I guess so. There was so many people in there.
The first thing I saw when my Uber pulled up was somebody from one of the news channels was interviewing Moses DeWitt, and he had his sweet Mo face shirt on, and he was in front of a Mo van, and the reporter was like, one stop shop. He had the microphone, and he had what looked to be a GoPro on a very tall GoPro stand, and that was it. And I was like, that's how we're doing the interviews these days?
Yeah, things have changed, man. Times have changed. It's all very simplified. They're telling me I got booed. I got booed when I wasn't there. You pussies, boo me to my face. Not a single one of you. I walked in there and everybody was so unbelievably nice. They were walking away. They're going, geez, I didn't think he was going to be that nice. Geez, I don't know what you people think of me. That you're booing me, number one, because I'm showing up late to the bowling event.
I kind of blame. There's somebody to blame on the booing.
Yeah, Moses.
No, not Moses. There was a person who was given a microphone but didn't need one. And he said, Sean Watson isn't here yet.
Who is this?
He was given a microphone and didn't need one. That was your clue.
That's actually a very good clue.
Yeah.
Giving him, is this Busdecker?
Yes! He's the only one loud enough to fill a room with his voice without a microphone.
Busdecker wanted to get back at me because he knew I was angry because I originally thought this venue was over an hour away. And so I was
he did tell me that.
You have to understand, like, I'm happy when I get there and I'm fine when I get there. But, like, on the way to something like this, I almost turned around 3 times. I'm like, I want to hang out with all these people. And I'm murmuring about all the things I don't want to do. But when I get there, most people are nice. Nobody boos me to my face.
I was happy to get out there because it got me out of a lot of hard yard work in the sun.
I saw that. You had the exact opposite. I think you even admitted this. You had the exact opposite vibe on this event that I did.
I was like, get me out of the house and to the bowling alley.
I'm sorry, folks, if this makes me look like an asshole. I'm being real with you. When I'm in my weekend, I want to do my weekend stuff. I'm still working. Like, I'm still doing all this stuff. I just try to minimize it. But it was for such a good cause. Oh, God. Saturday was a day of a lot of tears for Courtney because when that video that Forrest did for the charity, what was the name of the charity again?
Rosie's Adventures.
Rosie's Adventures, which is like the greatest charity that I've heard of in quite some time. Would love to do some stuff with them moving forward. When little kids have cancer, they try to make their lives as good as they possibly can. And the video comes on, and Forrest, on purpose, tried to make it as much of a tearjerker as possible. And I look back, and Courtney's like,
oh, yeah.
And she's crying, and I go, oh, no. Oh, no, I know what's going to happen next. I know what's going to happen next. Because the woman who started Rosie's Adventures, she started it after her daughter had a battle with cancer, and she lost her daughter, unfortunately, at a very young age. And that, and seeing the videos of all the amazing things that they do with these young kids, such a tearjerker. But the brutal thing that I saw, that I knew was going to happen, was she's upset. She's crying at this video that Forrest made, the monster he is. And I go, oh, no, she has no idea. She's going to turn around and the mom is right behind her right now. And I go, all right. So everybody turns around and they give her the mic and she's like, oh my God. And the lady's right there. She wanted to go up to her and everything. It was really a great video that Forrest did and a truly amazing charity. If you're going to do anything yourself with charities, I would encourage you to look up Rosie's Adventures. I know we raised quite a bit of money at the event for them, and that is just excellent. You know, that's of all the doom and gloom in the world, see a little bright spot there, and I liked that. So how did things go for you two for the event?
Oh,
was it
wonderful.
chaos on your side? Josh, you had to be there early, right?
I was there at noon setting up with Forrest and Busdecker. Not super early. But
for the record, I was there at 2:45.
Just in time to bowl.
Just in time to bowl. Put on my shoes. I walked in. I go, what do I need? They threw a wrist thing on me, you know, like a
wristband.
Wristband. And then I said, size 12. And the guy gives me the shoes, and I saunter over to lane 12.
I was handed a wristband and a shot in the first 2 minutes that I was there.
Nice.
I was too, and I don't even know where the shot came from or what it was.
Don't worry about it.
It was like lined up at the table where we checked in.
For me, Mo came over. He's got a shot in his hand, and he goes, This is sent to you. And I said, what? I'm in a whirlwind. There's people everywhere. People trying to talk and stuff to me. And I go, okay, thanks. And I put it down. And once I put my bowling shoes on, I stood up and I grabbed the shot and I slammed it and I put it down. And she goes, what was that? And I said, I have no idea. And she goes, who is it from? I said, I have no idea. She goes, we have a lot of trust here. Just take it. That could have been the end of me. Would have been a real insane Saturday if that was the case.
It's fine. Greatest listeners in the world.
Yeah, truly. Some of you. This other, you know what gets me? I'm going to step in it here. I know I am. What gets me is this. Did this happen to you guys? You let me know. I have people who would come up to me and go, you know, I know I'm not supposed to linger, but, and then 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, they go, really love the show, just wanted to say thanks so much for what you do every day. And I'm like, thank you, it's ridiculous. And then if they do that, I sit there and talk to them for a while and give them magnets and all kinds.
You would linger.
I would linger, yeah, because I was like, okay, cool, normal people. And then there was a couple of you that came up and you're like, I don't want to linger, but, and then Drunken Story City.
Do you have to?
Hey, Cranberries it up. Just Drunken Story Crazy.
You know, I'm such a fool for you.
And I'm going, yep. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
And then I would say it's my turn to bowl, but you could turn around and see that I wasn't up on the screen behind me, and I'm like, how do I get? And I'm not talking about you, okay? Because I'm sure you were fine, and I had so many awesome conversations with you guys. Just there was a couple of you. David on YouTube says Sean drank pee. I don't think so, but nothing's out of the equation here. I just don't know where it was from or what I had.
I because I was not bowling, I think I had like the best situation there because I got to mingle, got to visit everybody's teams, and then hang out at the bar with a bunch of great people.
You had it made,
There
man.
was one dude who was particularly intoxicated.
Yeah.
And he was like just at the bar, loud ordering. The bartenders were not that far away, but he
I wonder if it's the same guy I'm talking about.
Maybe. So he
Should we just call him out? Should we just call him out?
I don't know his name.
Did he tell you any stories?
No.
I don't remember. Did he kind of look like he could be like a third cousin to Aaron Paul? I know that sounds like a weird question.
I know who you're talking about.
I don't know.
My guy, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the show. You told me a story about getting like blackout drunk and losing your shoes or something. And
It's a fun story.
I don't know. Wait, this guy, he came up to the bar and I was sitting there with some other people and he ordered a double fireball shot. Not just not a single shot from himself.
Double
double fireball shot. And then he sees me and he's like, Sealer, you want to do a shot too? And I said, sure, but I don't really need a double. I think a single would be fine. And so the bartender who was already making his double fireball shot, he screamed at the guy, like, hey, we need another one, but he wants a single because he's a little bit of a bitch.
Must have been the same guy.
And I think that was the hardest I laughed all day.
It was nice enough. He was nice. I liked him, but I was like, oh God, here we go. We're going down that path right now. I did okay bowling. Got to first game over 100. AJ Soup was on my lane, and she sang, what did she say moments ago? I saw she was like, sorry for being, sorry I was awkward at the News Junkie, but it was fun bowling with you. You weren't awkward. You were fine. You were great. It was a blast. It was a good time. She yelled at me one time because I was talking to Courtney, and she's like, yeah, you got your back pointed to us. You're not paying any attention. And I'm like, AJ, let me be. I'm just trying to get comfortable here. There's people everywhere. I don't know which way to turn. This place is so packed. It seems like we'd end up with what was the band that had the concert where things kind of turned out
Great
a little
White.
flamey? Yeah, the Great White. I don't want a Great White situation playing out. And there's a bowling alley right now. There's people in there everywhere. And she was fun. And my crew was, first of all, some pretty good bowlers. Decent.
Who else was on your crew?
There was just a whole bunch of us, as we were all gathered together. We just went as one. We went as a team. I don't know the rest of their names.
To them, it's like, AJ, Dave, Xander, Ed, but to you,
Xander was one of them.
To you, no, that's all of them. Those are all their names.
How do you know those names?
Because you sent me a picture of your terrible score and all their names are on it.
Damn it! I could have used that to cheat. What was that
Instead,
thinking?
I did.
All right, we'll tell you more about that as we roll onto the show today. But we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into some more of the Secret Service stuff, maybe more bowling stuff. We'll get ready for Amy Kaufeld and continue rolling on a very busy Monday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast on this Monday afternoon. We'll have a couple of scattered storms around from 2 till 7 p.m. is our highest chance for rain. That may impact our evening commute. Our high temperature about 93 degrees. Overall, the storms could feature not just torrential rain and frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, but also a couple of wind gusts that could exceed 50 miles per hour. So be weather aware. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp.
Me and the kids were always messaging. They LOL'd, I ROFL'd, but then I changed phone and the bubbles went green. But where there's a fill, there's a way. And I found a way to share what's in here. I'm tapping my heart.
WhatsApp, the place to safely send messages between different devices. Message privately with everyone.
Splish Splash, Central Florida. Are you underwater in your current ride? RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. If you're going off the deep end in a car you hate, bring it to me, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability, so you could drive a nicer, newer car today, like the brand new 2024 Outlander. $1 down, $399 a month, including taxes and fees, and save up to $8,500. You can check out the 2024 Mirage, 43 miles per gallon. Lifetime warranty, $219 per month, including tax and fees. So if you're sinking in a car that's stinking, bring it to me. And you could get up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value. RC Hill has hand-picked certified used cars on sale this month. But hurry, a deal this good will dry up soon. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$1 down requires bank approval. Example, stock number 1574. $1 down, $289 per month for 84 months at 5.9 APR. Visit rchill.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wow. Biden's at it again.
Inflation, rising costs for everything. What now?
Try big government control of our Medicare drug benefit.
The more I hear, the more it seems we can't afford Biden's Medicare agenda.
They're right. And it's because seniors are already feeling the pain of Biden's drug coverage changes, with almost 2 million forced from their plans and spiked premiums for nearly 5 million more. Now, Congress wants to expand the Biden Medicare agenda even more. But studies show Biden's plan will restrict access, shrink coverage, and limit availability of needed drugs for all seniors. Thankfully, Senator Rick Scott is a champion for Medicare drug coverage. Call him at 202-224-3121. Urge him to stop Biden's radical Medicare changes by opposing S. 1246 now. Paid for by Seniors for Better Care.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Savory tastes and tunes are returning to SeaWorld with bands, brew, and barbecue. Sample recipes from Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and more. Pair them with refreshing cocktails and ice-cold craft beers. Catch live concerts by award-winning artists every weekend through August 25th. And stay for spectacular Ignite fireworks. Don't miss SeaWorld's bands, brew, and barbecue every weekend this summer. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free with park admission.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Get into summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Millions of kids in America depend on the meals they get at school. When school's out for the summer, many of those meals disappear. Kids and teens can get free meals right in their neighborhoods, provided by local schools and community groups. To find the nearest meal site for your children, just text the word food to 304-304 or go online to nokidhungry.org/help. No questions asked or registration required. This service is made possible by No Kid Hungry.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
We got Amy Kaufeld in about 15 minutes. We'll see what she's talking about, which, I mean, I think we can all assume on a day like this what at least some of that is.
Poor Amy had to leave the bowling tournament and go. She ended up going straight to work.
Did she?
Oh,
God.
man.
That's why she's professional. He doesn't drink like us, because she would have been on the news. Tanked.
That was my question. And she does these events, charity events. She's a little more well behaved than some of us would approach a thing like this.
You could say that.
But I mean, if it wasn't a public facing event, if she had some girlfriends from college that had flown in and they were having a gals night and maybe had a couple cocktails or something, should she still be expected to, if there's some big emergency, to broadcast?
Well, I've done it, not on television, but in the world of radio. Certainly multiple times I've done it. She could do it, but she's so professional, she would never get caught up in that. She would, and I should have known when she called us over. She's like, Sean, come over here. We're going to get a photo with you, Sabrina, and C-Lane, and then Amy Kaufeld in the picture. And I go, okay. And I go over there, and the first time I got close, Sabrina wasn't there. She was doing something. She wasn't there. So I had to come back later, and I should have thought about it. I was like, all right, let's take this picture. And maybe Amy just wants a picture of us together. She hasn't had one in a while. And I was like, that's great. I wanted to. And then afterwards, I thought about it a little bit. And then this morning, I'm like, oh, she showed it on the news. I should have like dressed myself up for this photograph a little bit better. People watching the news going, who? Look at this frumpy radio host.
Now they all know you wear shorts, too.
Now I'm in shorts on television? Don't put me in shorts on television.
Tough guy image ruined.
I had a feeling it was going to happen, and so I pushed for picture time to happen earlier in the afternoon because last time we did a bowling event with Amy, people got me hammered, and the next day...
I'm starting to get pissed off now. I'm starting to get pissed off.
Why?
Because you brilliantly handled this event. All of the things you did made it so it was a very nice, good event for you. You thought about things. You strategically placed yourself in the photo earlier so you weren't too drunk when you took it. And
I just didn't want Amy to call me sweaty again.
True, yeah. That was a long time ago.
that was. I mean, the last time that was a Bowl-orama, like how many years ago?
Yeah.
9?
Oh, Sabrina did. She's not feeling well today. She did send over a video talking about her time at the bowling tournament. Here.
Happy Monday, Sabrina. It's Sabrina doing a video dispatch. Sorry I can't join live, but I'm feeling like a bag of pee-pee and poo-poo that has been sitting out in the sun.
Ooh. All right.
And with that, I do want to say my thanks for an awesome time at the Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowlerama. It was a hoot and a half. I really suck at bowling, but who didn't suck was my team. So shout out to Sabrina's Alley Cats and Dispatch Dan for putting it all together, and Sandra and Dave and Kate, and I do believe I'm missing 2 other people. But it was a team full of love and fun and really bad bowling. There's my, those of you not watching, I'm holding
the
up
needs
my,
improvement trophy.
Needs most improvement bowling award.
It doesn't say needs most improvement. It just needs improvement.
It says needs most improvement.
No, I just saw it. Oh, it does say needs most improvement. My bad. I apologize. I'll correct the record. Yeah. Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowlerama needs most improvement. So that is right.
Bowling award that I cannot confirm was actually intended for me.
It was not.
It's mine now.
I think the person who actually won it, they got the lowest score, and I think they were like kind of embarrassed. So Sabrina stepped up and took the trophy so somebody else didn't have to be embarrassed, because obviously they would have known who it was on the team if it was her. Her name was on the on the scoreboard.
With that, I bid you adieu, and I need to do my review, my 30-second review on long legs. I might do that later, maybe tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Bye. Love you guys.
There she goes. She'll be back tomorrow, I think, depending on how well she's feeling, but she wasn't feeling great this morning, she said. So here we are. We're going to talk to Amy Caulfield next. I am so interested in, and we'll have to tease this out a bit more, but in the reactions that I'm seeing to the Trump shooting this weekend. And I'm seeing a couple of them. One is, too bad he missed. Seeing a lot of that, mostly online, because this is what people online do.
Weirdly enough, not as many of those as I thought I would see.
My feed has way more.
Depends where you look.
My feed has some girl crying, and you're like, why is she crying? What's she so upset about? And then she reveals that she's crying because Trump didn't die, because he was shot and the shooter missed.
Oh,
and, okay, there's that.
That's an avenue, I guess.
Yeah. So people just looking for attention, trying to farm for clout and engagements and that kind of stuff. So I've seen a lot of that. I've seen Trump and his supporters had it coming. I think that's more mainstream than it maybe should be, and we'll talk about that at some point. I've seen a lot of, and I bet you guys have too, it was staged. He was he worked with WWE. He knows how to pull out a razor blade.
Okay. Vince McMahon put this together.
You're right, yeah. And I'm like, you did see the guy whose head got blown up like a grape on the rooftop over there, right? Like, is that fake too? Like, that dude is dead. He's real dead over there. All right? So I saw a lot of it was staged. Saw that take everywhere.
I think that one, I mean, there's always going to be a conspiracy theory about any major news story, anything this big. But I think the reason that there was so much skepticism was because it seemed unfathomable that the Secret Service would F up this bad.
Yeah. Or that Trump would then get up and know in the moment with an American flag hanging over him, and he's going, fight, fight, and there's blood on his face, and you're going, whoa.
Pretty hardcore.
If I got shot on the ear, the photo would be me in the fetal position on the ground. It wouldn't be cool. His was cool looking. It was a cool looking photo. And I go, I would be rolling on the ground. The Secret Service would be like, Mr. Wasson, stand up. We've got to bring you over here. I'd be crying.
I did hear it take...
I withdraw. I withdraw from the election.
Oh, no. I heard from a few people that were like, well, he just won the election.
Yeah. No, that's another big category of people. But my favorite category that I'm seeing today is companies. Companies are starting to lead in. I thought Josh was joking in the text he sent over. I got it, too. I got the same email.
The same email?
Yeah. And I'm like, what? The companies that are jumping on board with it. That is weird. We'll talk about that after we discuss things with Amy Caulfield. All right. Amy Caulfield going to be joining us next. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
All the cool kids are doing it, and you want to be like the cool kids, don't you? Well, don't you? The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon. Orange Avenue northbound at Tap Vineland Road, Sidney Hayes Road northbound at Land Street Road. On I-4 westbound, the right shoulder's blocked before State Road 535. Traffic is backed up from the beach line, and there's bumper-to-bumper traffic due to construction blocking the left lane on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice. Watch the roulette wheel spin and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star. Sip cocktails that shimmer. Then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. Located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny final expense insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Cam found out that group chats between different phones aren't private. Or encrypted. Thank you. We only text in code.
Yes, which I created. I created a code.
Yes. Which can be a little annoying.
Wait, was that your attempt at the code?
You already forgot the code, didn't you?
I should have written it down.
The place to safely send messages between different devices. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Angela Zepeda, Chief Marketing Officer of Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us, but all of it's been extremely helpful, and we have seen a huge return on our investment. The methodology by which we're approaching audio and then seeing the real results with real numbers has helped us continue to invest moving forward. One of the things that's been really important for us is to see the extension of reach to new audiences that we could not really speak to before. We get about a 20% lift adding audio to our overall portfolio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a marketing company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Florida residents get in for only $17.50 till the end of July at Gatorland.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! FrankGayServices.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
time of the day and the week, in fact, when we get to welcome our friend Amy Caulfield.
Hey guys, long time no talk or see.
I know, we got to hang out with you this weekend. That was a good time.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
it really was. I sent an email back to Beth Decker and John Decker, who's the one who helped to put the whole thing together, and just told him what a great job he did and how much fun we had. And he said that they ended up raising, I think he said nearly $20,000 for Rosie's Adventures, which is this wonderful charity, as we learned this weekend, started by a mom whose daughter passed away of childhood pediatric cancer. And she wanted to bring joy to kids who were going through the process. So I felt really good about why we were there, and we had such a good time.
Same. Yeah, I mean, it's just a really great organization. The video that was put together by Forrest was real beautiful and kind of highlighting what was going on there. Courtney's got tears in her eyes. She's crying about all this. When she's not crying, she's then going, she's obsessing now. Oh, she goes, Amy Caulfield looks so beautiful. What is her skincare regimen? And I go, why are you asking me this? What am I going to know about Amy Caulfield's skin care regimen? I don't know. She was like, she's so nice and beautiful. And I'm like, oh,
I love Courtney. It was so fun because I got to meet significant others this weekend. So that was really fun. It was great to see Courtney, and I got to meet Nicole, and it was just really fun. And C-Lane was like, oh, I was going to bring Ash and the fam, but anyway, next year.
Yeah.
Ashley, in her mind, because I was trying to convince her to drive me there. She thought it was at a different bowling alley, and because she agreed to do this, and she goes, only if I can have a hot dog. And I was like, that's a that's a weird. She thought it was Primrose Lane, so she thought it was the $15 hot dog. I had no idea. I was like, okay, it seems like a weird. Those seem like weird requests, like demands a hot dog.
It's like sitting down in a negotiating meeting, and somebody comes at you with a deal that you think is just way too good, but you don't want to spoil it.
I want a hot dog.
Fine. I didn't want to do it, but I'll do the hot dog deal. You got it. All right. It was so fun.
So how did you guys bowl this weekend? What were your? We didn't get to talk afterwards, so I didn't know how you did.
My best score was 108, I think.
Ooh, that's pretty good, Sean.
And then I got real close to 100 the next one, but I did not bowl all that well. There was some embarrassing moments bowling wise for me. And the people next to me, Jack Bradshaw's lane, my God, they were like ringers on ringers on ringers. They were bowling 225.
He brought his trophy into the office today.
Yeah, like
did he really?
Yeah.
He's wearing his bowling shirt that someone made for him too.
He's riding the wave right now. I like that. How'd you do, Amy?
I did okay. I broke 100 on the first game, but we didn't get to finish our second game because the lane kept like getting stuck.
Oh no.
So we never got to finish the second game, but I did okay. Sabrina actually did really well. She started off a little rough, but then all of a sudden she just started getting strikes, and she played great. It was fun. I got to bowl right next to her.
That liquid athleticism there. It's
I'll tell you, by the time she grabbed the microphone, it sounded like there was some liquid athleticism in her. when she accepted the award for needs most improvement, I was like, oh.
She got needs most improvement. See, I missed that.
Yeah. At the very end, they took the person from her lane, and they said somebody had a 30, which was the lowest score. And the person, I think, didn't want to come up, so Sabrina came up and took the trophy. And gave a speech. And
I didn't
she's
realize.
a fan of giving speeches.
I didn't realize there was an opportunity to make a speech there. Now it's all making sense.
Mm-hmm, yeah, when you get that, if there's a speech making opportunity, Sabrina will take it. She will take that. Even during
that's hilarious.
If she's having a birthday party somewhere, and she doesn't have to plan it. We had a surprise birthday party for her not that long ago, and if you're all hanging out, everybody's having drinks, she'll stand up on a bar stool and deliver like the Emancipation Proclamation of her birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Is a thing. So yeah, it was fun. It was so nice to see you out there.
It was really fun. It was a huge turnout. I was like, and it was just fun. Sabrina was bowling with Dan Fanta, who I just love, and so many of the Real Radio listeners were there. That's always fun, and it was just such a good time. So I hope they do it again next year. John Bustecker says they will, so fingers crossed, because I would love to do it again. Yeah,
for sure. I think that would be a good event to repeat, even though I hate those things before I do them. Afterwards, I'm a fan. Josh, what was your highest bowling round? What was your highest bowling game?
There's some controversy about who really bowled the highest, because I had a 139 in my first game.
Ooh, that's good.
I'm pretty big time these days.
What's the controversy?
Someone else got the trophy, and maybe their score wasn't quite that high.
Wow.
I don't think I'm supposed to be divulging this info, though.
Flag on the field here. Wouldn't we need to go back to the Oviedo bowling alley and have another ceremony to get the rightful owner of that trophy in possession of it? Sure, it'll be awkward, but while we're there, C-Lane's wife can get a hot dog. So, everything will
she'll
work
drive
out.
us all there.
And
I love it. Can I give a shout out to my team? Because they were super cool. So I had Steven, Brent, Craig, Ben, and Tracy, and they were awesome, and they were super fun. And you know how it is, Sean, and I'm sure you felt the same way. Like, you get there, you don't really know who you're going to be bowling with. And I'm like, and they were so much fun. We had a great time. It was a great group.
How are you so good at this? How are you so? She just rattled those names off. She's not even looking at notes or anything. Unless there's like is there a teleprompter? Tell me if there's a teleprompter.
No, I had to memorize it because I was like, I don't want to forget their names, because I want to make sure that I mention it. Because you know what, it's fun when you get to meet new people and you're like, I don't know what they're going to be like, and they were amazing. So how was your group?
Yeah, my group was great. My group was fantastic, and everybody was really supportive, even when I was doing bad. And they were I would get a gutter ball, and they'd be like, "You got this. You still got." And I'd be like, "I do not, in fact, have this. I'm telling you right now, like I don't have it. It's bad." And then
you had a good score, though. Wait, did you get a better score than Josh? There we are.
No, not better than Josh. Hey, there we are. Look at that.
There we are.
There we are on television of all things. I should have known.
I showed you guys on the extra today.
If I knew that was going on TV, I would have spent way more time. C-Lane knew. He's smart about this stuff. He didn't want to be sweaty like he was with you at that one bowling tournament.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
He
was like, "We got to take a picture before it gets sweaty." I'm like, "Okay." And then it's so funny. Then I felt bad because I went and got you, Sean, to take the picture, and then that's when Sabrina disappeared to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Well, okay." Sorry.
And moving
Try
from
this again.
lane to lane is insanity. It was like a whirlwind.
Because there's so many people.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well,
and then people dressed as bushes, and it was like hard to maneuver around them.
Somebody had like a ghillie suit dressed as a bush. There was a tornado. Somebody was dressed as a tornado. And they said, "Can I take a picture with you, Sean?" I said, "You're dressed as a tornado, sir." Yes, absolutely. Let's take a photo. So while we're there, news is happening. We see that Richard Simmons dies.
Yeah.
And I'm on my lane like, hold on, guys. I'm posting this and make sure I get it up. And that wasn't the half of it, obviously. You had to, I heard from what I hear, you had to haul ass from the bowling event and get to the station because
it was
the big news is out there that the former President Trump gets shot. It is an assassination attempt. And at the beginning, we don't know if he's dead. We had no idea. Just knew that this was big. And they said, get in here immediately, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy. So I was texting with Sabrina on Saturday after we were sending pictures and just texting back and forth. And I'm driving home. I had actually plans to go out to dinner on Saturday night, and I had just gotten off the phone with my husband, and we were talking about, okay, where we're going to go eat. And then he called me back like 2 seconds later. I thought maybe it was like a butt dial. Yeah. And he said, I just happened to be watching television, and I just saw Trump get shot.
Damn.
And he said it a little more panicked than that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And, I was just like, is he joking with me? But he's not the kind of person to joke about stuff like that. So I got off the phone with him, and I'm driving, so I shouldn't have been doing this. But I immediately pulled up Twitter and just typed in Trump to see what was happening. And it just went crazy. Right. Like just the amount of tweets. And like people were like, Trump just got shot. What happened? And so I called my boss, and I just said, I just saw this, and I said, I'm driving up Markham Road. I'm just going to turn Markham Woods, turn right, and I'm going to head into the station. And so I came in here, and we ended up pulling mostly Fox News coverage that night, but we ended up doing a 11 p.m. newscast, and then we came back Sunday morning to do another newscast, but just to kind of update everything because more information was coming in throughout the night. But I think we're all just sort of, it's just one of those things where you're just sort of in shock. Like, did this really happen? I still can't wrap my brain around it.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I found it to be one of the biggest stories in quite some time. One of those ones where myself, I at least will remember where I was and like, all the emotions that come out afterwards. You're like, just like rush of adrenaline that, oh my God, is this happening? And it was insane to see this. And then I immediately just thought, hold on. This is a big event. This is, they do these all the time. They screen everybody. The Secret Service does that comes in these events. How could there have been such a security failure here? I just immediately was flabbergasted that this could happen. And I could understand almost, not really, but almost, if they said, like, look, this guy had a 3D printed gun and he did this to evade security and he did.
Some people were talking about the possibility of, planting a gun there, like burying one before the event.
If there was something like that, I would have been like, well, okay, that, they maybe couldn't have seen that coming or something. But this was just a young guy who, a little bit before the event, went over and purchased some bullets and went with his assault rifle and just climbed up on top of a building. People were watching. People are screaming. And he puts his gun down. And then finally a police officer who hears all these people shouting finally does something about it. And then he goes into firing mode and fires off the rounds he gets out. And I go, how is that so easy? How
crazy?
Because that honestly, it just didn't seem very hard to me. I would have figured.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I would have figured like you watch something like Jason Bourne Identity style stuff. They would have had disguises and they would have done stuff like C-Lane said, like buried pieces of the gun and then put it back together and then underneath the urinal. And there's all kinds of things you would see. This guy just bought the bullets, went to the place, climbed up the building, went onto the roof, got his gun ready and shot the man who could be the next president of the United States and was a former president. Like crazy to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think, we know now that next week, Congress, I think they're probably waiting until the the RNC is over. So the Republican National Convention this week in Milwaukee, it starts today. And then they say next week they would like the head of the Secret Service, who is a woman. She, her background, and I actually looked into this because a lot of people were like, well, what's her background? She did come from Pepsi as their head of security before coming on to the Secret Service. Before that, though, she is a lifelong Secret Service. She has been with the agency for a long, long time, left, went to Pepsi, came back. But they want to call her in before Congress and talk to her about potential security failures. And one of the things that we're hearing, and here's the thing, Sean, and a lot of the stuff at this point, because we have not heard from anyone from the Secret Service. We've only heard from the FBI and local authorities so far. But we want to know, was that building where he crawled up to, was that building swept, right? That's in question right now. There's a question about potentially an officer that did climb up there and saw him up on the roof. And we're hearing that maybe turned around and walked back off. And that's when those shots were fired. We still don't really know. We think that it was the Secret Service person that did shoot and kill him ultimately. But there was a lot of question, as you were just mentioning. People saw him up there and said, I mean, there were eyewitnesses who said they told officers on scene, there's a guy up there with a gun. Yeah. And yet he was still able to get shots off. Yeah, so I've seen the video. Sadly,
you could hear Trump.
Crazy.
You could hear his speech underway. You could hear him talking, and you hear like 20, 30 seconds go by, and they're like, there's a man on the roof. There's a man on the roof with a gun. And they're saying it over and over and over again. And I don't know if people were just shocked in the moment or what, but the thing that really just blew my mind a little bit was they said the Secret Service identified this very building as a security issue. Yeah. And you go, well, if I'm in the Secret Service and I'm planning this, and I said that this building's a security issue, I'd probably put some kind of focus on this and put a couple of people around it and make
I'd have leveled the building. Just building down.
An abundance of caution, right? The Secret Service is blaming it on the local police, who they said were responsible for that. They were only responsible for the area where the speech was going on, which is just insane. This is not true and insane. If the president is giving a speech at a baseball stadium, let's say it's Wrigley Field, are we to only think that the Secret Service just deals with Wrigley Field? No way. They'll go to all of the restaurants, all the stuff on the perimeter.
Buildings,
there was a homeowner that I saw his story this morning, Amy, and the homeowner said, my house is right next to where Trump was giving his speech. And in fact, my house has a line of sight of the stage. So I assumed like they might even use my house as a staging grounds and that they would be here all week, potentially like trying to find out who I was and all of my neighbors, who we were. He said nobody ever talked to him. Nobody ever went over there. Nobody went to this place. I was like, this is a mess. This was bad. And this is just to get out ahead of everything. This is not to say that everybody from the Secret Service failed that day. It just seems like somebody did. The people on the stage quickly surrounded the president, tried to get him because they hit him so hard they knocked his shoes off of him. You know, they were trying to get Trump off the stage. So those people were brave in the face of danger, but there was a clear failure here as far as I see it.
And imagine,
you're absolutely right.
Imagine what we would have seen if the shooter was successful, because every camera was pointed at him. I mean, this wouldn't have been like the Zapruder, like blurry, film of JFK in the limousine. This was like it was live on TV.
It was live television, absolutely, C-Lane. And we had Corey Mills and Michael Waltz, both Congress members who were with us over the last couple of days on television, talking about how Corey Mills specifically said that, the head of Secret Service needs to step down. Like this was a blatant failure in security. And, it'll be up to Congress to decide that next week. And obviously Secret Service covers every former president unless they say they don't want it. So you're talking about every living president right now has Secret Service. But what the concern is that should Trump have stepped up or even more service because he is currently running, as opposed to maybe what you would give to Clinton, Bush, Obama, Carter, right? Like that his service should be a little bit more enhanced. I don't know. There's so many questions. I think we're going to learn a lot next week. For sure.
The other thing that is worth mentioning, and I apologize for not mentioning it before this moment, we talk about, because it's such huge news, the fact that the former president was shot. He was shot in the ear. He was only shot in the ear because he moved his head at sort of the last minute. just literally inches, millimeters away from an assassination in front of the whole world. And in focusing on that, it's easy to forget there was somebody who died.
Yeah.
Somebody was on the receiving end of one of these bullets. It was a firefighter and a family man who they said was like trying to protect his family as he heard the bullets ring out, and he died. And there was 2 others that were injured. I think they're in more stable, closer to stable condition now.
And luckily not a huge issue, but one of the stray bullets, it looked like hit a piece of equipment that was holding up speakers. Like it looked like it hit a hydraulic line.
Really?
And like they all just came down, but luckily didn't hit anybody.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, there was a video I saw on Instagram. I'll try to find it for you.
Yeah.
No, I saw it too, Celine. It was crazy. Like, I mean, it just goes to show that how powerful that weapon was. But yeah, Sean, you're so right. Yes, so sadly, this 50-year-old man who immediately jumped on top of his wife and his 2 daughters. You've got 2 other victims who are critical but stable. And I was listening to an interview with an emergency room doctor who just happened to be at the rally, and he immediately went over and tried to save this 50-year-old man. And he said that he did everything he could. And then some Pennsylvania state troopers came over and took him away in an ambulance. But he said that I don't know if you saw the interview with that guy. He was just covered in blood trying to save him.
I did see that. Yes.
Yeah.
So much to unpack from all of this. And I mean, I knew it was going to be a wild run up to November's election, but I didn't expect we're going to see stuff like this. Anyways, it's a big story that a lot of people are continuing to follow. You got the Trump VP pick stuff. You got the Republican National Convention. You got
right. It's going to be a crazy week.
You're going to have a very busy week, Amy.
It's going to be a crazy week. Yeah,
and
to say the least.
Make sure in the middle of these crazy times, you're turning to people like Amy Kaufelt to get you informed, let you know what's going on, give you the facts, the figures, and everything you need to know. Every single morning, if you're in town here, it's Good Day Orlando on Fox 35 with her and the whole amazing crew over there. If you are anywhere else, you can go to fox35orlando.com, and it's the best news roundup. I use it every single day as a source for this show. And we love talking to you and seeing you in person. So
love you guys. That was so fun this weekend.
Yeah.
And good to hear Josh's voice, too.
Oh, stop it.
Love you, Josh.
All right, Amy Kaufelt.
Yeah.
There she is.
Love you guys. Have a great week.
The best of the best. We'll see you next week, Amy. Make sure you're hanging out with her as all of this unfolds. And when we come back, we'll get into something at the box office that's happening before we go into updates on what's happening with the Trump story and other details. There's some new video that's come out. A lot on the table today. So that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's bumper-to-bumper traffic northbound and southbound on Florida's Turnpike between Oakland Exchange and County Road 561. A couple earlier accidents to keep an eye out for here. Orange Avenue northbound at Tap Vineland Road. On Sidney Hayes Road northbound at Land Street Road. There's a bit of commotion there, and you could expect your regular delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors. Your friends at Fence Outlet couldn't agree more. Whatever style, whatever color, just share your ideas. And your friends at Fence Outlet will have the right application for you. For quality fences at the best prices, go to fenceoutlet.com.
License number C10252 and C10803.
Boss, did you know Safe Touch Security is the home of the 45-second or less guaranteed response?
Of course, it's just one of the reasons why I hate Safe Touch. For a limited time, save up to 50% on select security systems. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
And now, another insurance story from...
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey. Shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Hey Orlando, get ready for your real estate journey with Nickley's Believe It or Not. Did you know the Nickley Group sells the most homes in Central Florida? They actually sell one every 9.7 hours. The Nickley Group sells homes twice as fast and for 6% more on average. Yeah, that's approximately $25,000 more for your home. Why? Because the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently. Don't believe me? Google them. They have over 3,000 5-star reviews. Get your own dedicated team of local experts and experience the difference. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home today, call the Nickley Group. Visit thenickley.com.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, 2-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com for your $20 flat ticket. Coming to Kia Center August 3rd and 4th.
Progressive presents 10 things on a food truck owner's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Stocking the fridge, prepping the stations, finding employees that get along well, finding employees that actually do their job. Looking at you, Gary. Balancing the books, balancing the flavors, having a fresh menu and fresh produce and fresh meat, but never a fresh mouth. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage, on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
To watch in the wake of all that happened on one wild weekend, and specifically related to Trump getting shot in Pennsylvania, is the companies that are responding to it. Okay,
we were just talking about that, Josh and I.
It's so funny to me. It's so it's so bizarre to me. And whenever I see this, I go, what is this move? Let's be more clear about what's going on here. Obviously, with all the video that you've seen, all the reporting, the stunning photographs of a bloodied Trump and this loser who tried to shoot him at this event in Pennsylvania, obviously that's going to prompt strong feelings from people. I think you're going to have independents kind of soften up a little bit and go, whoa, Jesus, the division is out of control here. People are now trying to kill political candidates. Maybe it was one thing when we were trying to throw them in jail, but now assassination's on the table, clearly, right? And I think some people will soften up. I think a lot of people will fall in line with like the idea that Trump it's his to lose now, really. This election looks like it's headed in his direction big time, election direction. And nobody's helping Biden. My God, Biden goes to do his response speech last night, and they put the teleprompter in the goddamn corner of the room or something. So the camera's on Biden, and he's like this. He's like, my fellow Americans, I come to you today. And he's like, nobody is helping this man out. This is elder abuse in front of the world here.
Listen, Jack.
And he's fumbling through when they do fix the teleprompter.
The issues, the agenda, the vision for America. But in America, we resolve our differences at the battle box.
At the battle box.
Which is the issue.
You got that all
vision for America. But in America, we resolve our differences at the battle box.
At the battle box. Or the ballot box. A little flub of the mouth there.
I'm calling it the battle box from here on out.
Sounds great.
The battle box sounds like the ring where Battle Bots happens.
It probably is.
In the battle box.
One of these companies that has responded in a way that I can best describe as weird is a company called Sticker Mule. And if you're not familiar...
I thought it was cringy a little bit.
Yes.
So a little bit.
It's all cringe.
I'm soaking wet with cringe after reading this email.
Get this guy a towel.
Yes, please. Towel me off. It's from Sticker Mule.
Now I'm cringing at you.
I have the email. It says, Trump 2024 is the subject line. And you can look in front of me here. It's kind of small, but it's a real email. Sticker Mule. Hi, Sean. Donald Trump was shot, period. It's a statement of fact. I don't care what your political views are, but the hate for Trump and his supporters has gone too far. People are terrified to admit they support Trump. I've been scared myself. Americans shouldn't live in fear. I support Trump. Many at Sticker Mule do. Now, I'll tell you, I wouldn't be thrilled working at his company, whether I sided with him or not. Don't lump your employees in with whatever you're saying.
It's just an odd move to start shoving your political views on people that use your service.
Yeah, through an email list that is set up for people who want promo codes to get sticker discounts.
Well, now, Sean. If you get further through the email, there is a deal waiting for you.
It's pretty good, too.
Okay, all right. Listen, many at Sticker Mule also support Biden. The political hate needs to stop. Hopefully this email helps. And it has, actually. I just looked at the political hate-o-meter, and it went down 4 points.
Oh, that's good.
This email did help. It says, hopefully this email helped. By the way, this week, get one shirt for $4, normally $19. I suggest buying one that shows you support Trump. Do they have one of him with the blood on his face and the epic flag in the background?
Well, I
and
think you design your own for Sticker Mule.
Oh.
So he's counting on someone to have the wherewithal to go vote Trump and then upload the graphic and then have the shirt printed for $4.
The fist up in the air, all hardcore like a metal album. I suggest buying one that shows you support Trump. Again, this is a sticker company. The more people realize that millions of kind-hearted, compassionate people support Trump, the sooner the hate will end. Awesome people all over the world love Trump. Don't limit your friendships and diminish your happiness by indulging in political hate. Vocalize your support. Stop the hate. And then it says, P.S. discuss this message on X. And if you click that link and you see where they posted this on the Sticker Mule Twitter account, and for the record, like, the message is fine. It's weird. It's cringy. Why is a sticker company posting this? Why, like, the CEO could post it on his own account. That the idea that companies, like, I don't care if Kit Kat likes Pride Month. You know what I mean? Like, I just want a company to be a company. Those days are long gone, apparently. I have to go, what's your political affiliation? T-shirt company that I'm going to buy a shirt from. No, I don't want this to be a thing. So in the response and the replies, at Campy says, Anthony, that's the CEO. I sign up for Sticker Mule alerts to get your company's deals and promos. You just use your company's access to me to send a condescending personal political message. I didn't want to know your political views, but you just forced them on me uninvited. Goodbye, Sticker Mule. And they responded, okay. And then somebody else said, Little Nas on X or Little Nas on X. For anybody reading this,
that would be my rapper name, because I do get addicted to the nasal spray.
Collab with Young Flonase.
For anyone reading this, Little Nas and X says, I'd like an alternative to Sticker Mule. I started using them because they advertise a lot. Then I saw the owner was pro-Trump, Christo-fascist. That's a new one. Transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic, all the rest. And tried to ignore it. He's making it very clear I should not. And then it says, ¿De qué estás hablando? Vivo en Mexico. And then, am I allowed to say that?
I might avoid that one.
It's the P word in Spanish.
Oh, I thought it was the F word for gays.
I don't know. P-E-N-D. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Does that mean, is that the F word for gays in Spanish? I thought it was bitch.
It's not. It's not F word for gays.
Google. See what you can find on this.
You were saying stupid. Also mother effer. So.
Oh, okay. I won't say it.
Dios mío.
How does a word mean stupid and mother effer? Like one's like a 3 and one's an 11. Like,
it's nice to have both options, though.
The Spanish language is full of grenades, man. It's very hard to make your way through this. Somebody says, you're a sticker company, an overpriced one at that. Sit down. And they said, we're a hot sauce company. They try to be.
Oh, they shove that sauce on you.
Yeah, they do. So lots of reaction to their post, 3.5 million views for the Sticker Mule post, which is what they wanted. And I think that they think it'll all shape up in the end. I just don't care. And maybe I would imagine I'm part of some sort of silent majority here, where I don't want a political viewpoint from my pizza company or like the grocery store that I go to, and more and more places, if they would adopt that, like when people are going, what is going on? How has the Piggly Wiggly not commented on what's happening in Gaza right now? And well, it's a grocery store. What are we doing
They need
here?
to have a stance, though.
Yeah, I don't need these people to weigh in. I think it's annoying and cringe.
The smart business move is to just shut up and keep both sides as your customer base.
Sure. It seems like the best idea in terms of like making money and running a business, for God's sake. But the companies reacting to this is so strange to me. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. When we come back, we got the next episode. Got to talk about the box office, and we got to talk about long legs. It's got to happen here. Ooh. I know Josh is going tonight. I know a lot of other people have gone. Sabrina, I think, has seen it. Oh, it was a time. I have some thoughts on this one. And I've been getting in trouble for something I've been doing since the movie. It's not going over well.
Oh, boy.
I can't stop myself.
Is it something from the movie?
Yeah. I'm getting in trouble repeatedly. So we'll do that plus the next episode when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
On today's Jim Colbert Show, we'll talk about the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. We'll also talk some sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz, and our friend Ray Trindley from TK Law will join us at the end of the program. Plus, an opportunity for you to see Styx in Tampa, and your calls, texts, and talkbacks later today.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this afternoon, we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies, then a 50 to 60% chance for a few scattered thunderstorms. I don't think the coverage will be quite as extensive as Sunday, but it will be warm with a high temperature of 93 degrees. Our overall rain chance 50 to 60%. For tomorrow, we'll have a high of 95 with a 70% chance for late day storms. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted. What? It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices. On WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group's size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is the GOAT of fast food deals for a lot of reasons. Here are 4 of them: a junior bacon cheeseburger, nuggies, fries, and a drink. It's also just $5. And unlike the other guys, it's not going away after a month. Get out there and get the bag. The Wendy's Biggie Bag. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Savory tastes and tunes are returning to SeaWorld with bands, brew, and barbecue. Sample recipes from Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and more. Pair them with refreshing cocktails and ice-cold craft beers. Catch live concerts by award-winning artists every weekend through August 25th. And stay for spectacular Ignite fireworks. Don't miss SeaWorld's bands, brew, and barbecue every weekend this summer. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free with park admission.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
in just a moment, and I'm sorry it's been crazy. We will get to your dispatches. I appreciate them. You are important around here. We're going to get to those before too long on the show today. And before we get into the next episode, I was thinking this weekend, after everything that's been happening, of like the craziest assassination attempts that I've seen or heard about in my days. And the one that always sticks with me was George W. Bush. I don't know why they thought they could get George W. Bush. You can't get him with a shoe. You can't get him with an assassination attempt. It's just the man's unstoppable.
You can't get him on the golf course either.
You can't get him on the golf course. He's unbeatable. He's a real American badass, and he'll swerve whatever you toss in his direction. But as I recall, and I might be wrong about this, I'll try to fact check myself as I go here. But there was an assassination attempt on George W. Bush's life while he was president. And I think they were in the country of Georgia, but I'm not completely positive about that. And he was, it wasn't Georgia. It was in Tbilisi, Georgia. And some person who's at this event where Bush is speaking, not Georgia in the United States, Georgia, the country. And as Bush is on stage, all of a sudden something goes, whoo, and drops on the stage. And what the hell is that? It was kind of distracting in the moment. And then people went on with it. It turned out it was a grenade somebody had thrown up there. Oof. And the grenade just happened to be defective and didn't blow up. But somebody literally threw a grenade on the stage next to HW or W himself and couldn't get the job done. Just unbelievable. Can you imagine if that would have happened? Everybody was watching that, cameras on it. You know, no social media back in those days. But they almost blew him to smithereens with a grenade on live television.
That would have been wild.
It would have been something to behold for sure. All right, Sealand, are you taking the reins here for the next episode?
Yeah.
All right. You ready to do this?
Ready.
You only sound kind of ready, if I'm honest about this.
The printer was out of paper, and I had to have I was like, Jack, just wait till it's done. And then
you want me to stall?
No. We've stalled enough.
All
we
right.
need to do this. It has to be done.
Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I want a chocolate girlfriend.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode.
With me! Next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. Good to see him at the Celebrity Bowling Tournament. That Mortgage Guy Don not only hanging out, bowling, sponsoring the event, but he bought most of the people's first drinks.
Yeah.
As we were ushered in, as we were handed random shots, we were handed a card from That Mortgage Guy Don that said, "Your first one's on me."
What a guy.
And I appreciate that about him. He
Love
also
that.
can demystify the mortgage process. You got any questions for him, hit up the website, check out the Compare Quote Calculator, or just listen to past episodes of the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
Let's see. There's been a whole lot of dumb stuff that followed the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. But one that's kind of making the rounds a little bit. Have you heard this, seen this clip of Tenacious D doing a concert in Australia?
Yeah, I heard about it, but then I'm trying to figure out what's what, because it's at first somebody said Jack Black had said something. I think it might have been the other guy.
It was Kyle Gass.
Okay, all right.
So it seems that at the show, they were presenting a birthday cake to Kyle Gass, the less famous member, but arguably more talented, of Tenacious D. And they asked him to make a wish, and he wished, "Don't miss Trump next time." And that's been kind of a thing here. Let's listen to that.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Got some laughs, but also people are kind of like, that was ill-timed.
Or nor.
It says, Make-A-Wish Black urges bandmate Kyle Gass, blows out the candles. He said that line. It's not the first time Tenacious D, the comedy rock duo formed in 94, have joked about the, quote, evil, unquote, Trump. In 2017, a conversation with Conan O'Brien, Jack Black was asked if he believed Tenacious D's "I'm the best and everything I do is amazing" shtick had influenced Trump. And he said, "Yes, I feel Donald Trump saw Tenacious D concert because that's our whole thing. Just like we're the greatest band in the world. Nobody can touch us. We're the best." And you think that that's where Donald Trump got it from. That's
yeah. I mean, I'm like, some of these things I see and I go, okay. I'm 0% surprised that Tenacious D would be a little excited at the prospect of Trump being shot by somebody. I'm 0% surprised by it. There's like literally a lot of there's probably at least 10% of the American public that if they heard that, well, when they heard that there was an assassination attempt on Trump, were like, oh, hell yeah. Like, there's legitimately people that feel that way. So like, that would be the same if you said, hey, did you hear what Rage Against the Machine said on stage? They were rooting for the show. Of course they were. Like,
what?
I'm not super surprised by it. I think it looks worse for Jack Black because he's kind of like America's sweetheart territory.
He's kind of
and
neutral usually.
It's weird that it looks so bad for Jack Black because Kyle Gass
He
said
didn't do it. Yeah, he didn't do
He
it.
didn't say it. But anyway, that Tenacious D coming under some fire for that in Australia. Over in Romania, rapper Wiz Khalifa was arrested over illegal drug possession charge. Didn't know he couldn't bring the weed to Romania. He was arrested this weekend. It says during a recital held during a music festival in the Costanesti Resort in Constanta County.
Beautiful there.
Yeah. It says he possessed over 18 grams of cannabis and consumed on stage another amount of cannabis under the shape of a craft cigarette. This is, of course, a translated press release from Romanian anti-organized crime prosecutors. Says, we make it clear that during the entire criminal process, the investigated persons benefit from the procedural rights and guarantees provided by the Code of Criminal Procedure, yada, yada, yada.
Man, they're pretty serious about weed over there, huh?
It's the anti-organized crime prosecutors,
Wow.
which is seems weird that just for a little weed they would have it seems like the mob.
Not very cool, bro.
But he was charged. He was later released from custody. He wrote on X, "I didn't mean any disrespect to the country of Romania by lighting up on stage. They were very respectful and let me go. I'll be back soon, but without a big-ass joint next time."
I like this guy.
Yeah. So we spoke also today about how there is a lot of news that's going to get overshadowed by the attempted attack on President Trump. And some of that was Richard Simmons and Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
And then the 90210 girl.
Shannon
Doherty.
Yeah.
Correct. There was almost another person on that list. Another beloved person on that list may have been, what did we call it again? Who's the one from Michael Jackson Day?
Farrah Fawcett.
May have also been Farrah Fawcett. And that is, and it was something that happened in Florida. Richard Dreyfuss was in town in Tampa for SharkCon.
Yeah?
Which is, I guess, like...
Did he get attacked by a shark? Because that would have been a real son of a bitch.
No, the sharks did not come for any sort of revenge. But he had to cancel. He got in town and then had to be rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery.
Ooh. Whoa.
The organizers of SharkCon tweeted, "We have unfortunate news," or they X'd, I guess. Upon arriving in Tampa, Mr. Dreyfuss had to be taken directly to the hospital. He's being prepped for emergency surgery. If you purchased any autograph selfies or pro photo ops, you'll be refunded. So
nope. I still want my photo op. I'm going to go to the hospital. I'm going to go bedside, and I want my signature as well.
They said the Jaws panel is still on for Sunday. All of our other Jaws guests have arrived and are ready for autographs, selfies, and photo ops. You do not get refunds for those. Richard's representative has said his health is very good. He appreciates everyone's love and concern. He hopes to return to the show next year and celebrate 50 years of Jaws in all its glory. So it said emergency surgery, but it didn't actually say what, like what the big deal was. But apparently no good. Let's see, the Beastie Boys are suing Chili's over using sabotage in the ad. The Killers just cannot leave the charts with Mr. Brightside. Now they have 2 Guinness World Records for spending a total of 416 weeks on the UK singles chart with Mr. Brightside. Woo! That is almost 8 years. And last but not least, you don't mess with The Simpsons, and somebody's learning the hard way. Remember you had that friend who tried to buy the SimpsonsMovie.com?
Yes, yeah.
Didn't work out for them? Well, you also can't do what this Delco man did. He had a pop-up bar that paid tribute, quotes, to Moe's Tavern. It's a parody, he says. 20th Century Fox disagrees. The huge entertainment company filed a lawsuit in Philadelphia federal court against media's Joseph McCullough, who had the Moe's Tavern pop-up back in 2021. It would look like a Moe's bar. It had Simpsons characters inside it. It was complete copyright infringement. And it doesn't seem like he'll be doing that one. Oops. But, that's it for your next episode. Thank you for enjoying it.
Fake applause.
What do you mean fake? It's really
fake applause.
I hear it.
It's in the system.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Let's talk about long legs. We'll get into what happened at the box office this weekend. More updates on the Trump shooting, Secret Service criticism, all the things happening. Trump picking a VP today. A VP today. A VIP VP today is going to be chosen. And a whole lot more coming up next in the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's bumper-to-bumper traffic this afternoon on Florida's Turnpike northbound and southbound between Oakland Exchange and County Road 561. Stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. And a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here. Orange Avenue northbound at Tap Vineland Road and Sidney Hayes Road northbound at Land Street. There's a bit of commotion there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp.
Me and the kids were always messaging. They LOL'd, I ROFL'd, but then I changed phone and the bubbles went green. But where there's a fill, there's a way. And I found a way to share what's in here. I'm tapping my heart.
WhatsApp, the place to safely send messages between different devices. Message privately with everyone.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Summer is here.
Things are heating up. Literally.
Need help paying that AC bill? Well, Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. 13 chances every weekday, blah, blah, blah. We want you to win, so if you get a call, make sure you answer your phone, because that's the key to winning. This contest is brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Wow. Biden's at it again.
Inflation, rising costs for everything. What now?
Try big government control of our Medicare drug benefit.
The more I hear, the more it seems we can't afford Biden's Medicare agenda.
They're right.
And it's because seniors are already feeling the pain of Biden's drug coverage changes, with almost 2 million forced from their plans and spiked premiums for nearly 5 million more. Now, Congress wants to expand the Biden Medicare agenda even more. But studies show Biden's plan will restrict access, shrink coverage, and limit availability of needed drugs for all seniors. Thankfully, Senator Rick Scott is a champion for Medicare drug coverage. Call him at 202-224-3121. Urge him to stop Biden's radical Medicare changes by opposing S 1246 now. Paid for by Seniors for Better Care.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at SolarSource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app? Like on your phone? I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you, or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the Urolift system. The Urolift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. UROLIFT.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the Urolift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the Urolift system.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most:
attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studios. Why Kaufman and Lynch? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
emails. He says, "Hi, News Junkie team." Well, he's calling us a team over here.
Right on.
Yeah. All right, we got a team. I've been an avid listener since my college days at UCF, and I still tune in daily. Well, thank you for that, Austin. That's appreciated. My mother is State Representative Peggy Gossett Seidman. I think it's Seidman. I hope I'm not screwing that up, Austin. Currently running for re-election. Given today's events surrounding the assassination attempt on Trump, I believe she'd be a valuable guest to provide insight and discuss her legislation. I guess maybe she got something about this that she talks about. I'd love to help connect you with her for an interview or any related discussions. I make her listen all the time with me, and she loves you guys. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, stay classy, and God bless y'all, says Austin. Thank you, Austin, for the email. Much appreciated. We wish, well, I don't know. I don't know if I wish your mom luck. I don't know where she's at on any issues. So I'm not going to put myself out there saying that. I'm not in the business of talking to people running for office, really, or it just a lot. Politicians in general kind of disgust me. Not your mom. I'm not saying anything bad about your mom in particular.
Wow.
Just not conversations that I'm super interested in having. But I do love you and I appreciate you. Tipsandthenewsjunkie.com. And Kathy says, I got COVID on June 29th, my birthday. And I just got back to work on Saturday, 7/12. I missed so many shows and the T-shirt sale for the Snake shirt. By the way, those are in and headed out this week. All of them will be sent this week. Hopefully, you'll have some at the end of the year so I can buy one. Also on YouTube today, I can't believe you're in trouble for your live broadcast at Whiskey Kitchen. Believe it. Believe it, Kathy. I'm dying to go try the chicken nuggets and the Dirty Monkey, and I'm not even a whiskey drinker, she says. Love you all. Love the show. I laughed so hard during your live event. I'm sad you got in trouble. You're the best show ever. Love yous, says Kathy. Well, thank you, Kathy. And now, something slightly overlooked this weekend. We did lose somebody else. Brutal weekend. Shannon Doherty of 90210 fame. You had Dr. Ruth of sex fame. And you had Sweating to the Oldies himself, Richard Simmons. All three of those people died this weekend. And you also had Super Bowl champion Jacoby Jones dead at 40 years old.
Oof.
Here with a brief overview on his life and the stats and statistics of Jacoby Jones, Joshua Fowler.
Oh, yes. Jacoby Jones, big-time Super Bowl football player. Very sad for him to be passed away at the ripe young age of 40. Played for the Ravens, he did.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you were aware of that.
I was not.
So, he played for them.
What position did he play?
Football.
The position of
No,
football?
he was a wide receiver, obviously. Everyone knows that.
All right. Yeah. He was only 40 years old.
Yeah,
My God.
That's sad.
They didn't release a cause of death. So there's just another person this weekend, another name that many people are familiar with who passed away. Okay, we'll get into more of the Trump stuff. I want to throw one thing out there real quick before we start talking about the box office in this Nick Cage movie that is definitely worth talking about. there's a lot of people who are going, man, they waited for, the Secret Service did, that's who they are. They waited for the sniper to shoot. And I told you earlier that that's like Secret Service policy, is to wait for somebody to fire a weapon because you don't want to accidentally shoot somebody with a telescope, which just sounds incredibly stupid.
If you had never heard that before, and you were elected president of the United States, God forbid,
and save the world.
And the first day you get in there, or maybe day 2, because day 1 is all giving speeches and placing your hand on the Bible, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then day 2, you get in for president orientation, and you meet the Secret Service detail. And they go, by the way, we have this policy. Would you not, as the president, want to change that policy pretty damn quick? Like,
I would fire the person just for telling me the policy, and then I
Get
would
out of my sight.
It's be like, this is so stupid. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But people are saying, man, it was very quick from the moment this loser started popping off shots at Trump. All he did was pierce his ear, luckily. But it was quickly for one of the counter snipers, I guess you would say, to shoot him. And how would they do that? It's just like some level of professionalism. They legitimately have sniper detectors. I know that sounds crazy, but they legitimately have sniper detectors, which makes it even all the more insane that this person was able to get those shots off. The guys on the opposing roof, were they to have been looking, would have very easily noticed what was happening beforehand. Here's what they are. If you've never heard of this before, I got one in front of me, not in real life, but on the internet.
Oh.
And it says sniper detector and night vision system. Night vision up to 300 meters, viewfinder detection up to 1,500 meters. What it does is it finds the viewfinder on somebody else's weapon that might be pointing at your target. And they just look through these systems and it detects a sniper. See, active laser detection system. You can see one of the Secret Service members using this. It detects snipers and other early observers before they can act. Whoops. Missed out on that before part. The sniper optic device is a kind of laser active detection system that uses the cat's eye effect to locate a sniper by exploring and finding the scope of the viewfinder. Therefore, it works on optical principles and can pinpoint the sniper location before he has a chance to act. Sometimes. Might need an asterisk on that one right there. But yeah, they actually were using that. So if you're wondering, like, how do they know? Do they use some level of expertise? Do they follow this down? And they literally have sniper detectors, and they still didn't stop this from happening. Kind of astounding. Over to the box office. Number 1 with a bullet was Despicable Me at the box office with $44.6 million. In second place, though, Longlegs, the Nick Cage movie from Neon. And that movie did not cost much money to make. And $22 million in an opening weekend is big. First, they said it was going to make $8 or $9 million. And then they said it may hit double digits, and it made $22.6 million. In a lot of the theaters where it was running, including the one that I was in, every seat was sold out. And I don't know that I've ever been to a movie where the audience was as tuned in to what was happening on that screen at all moments. When there were silent moments on the screen while Longlegs was on and Nicolas Cage was up there doing his weird thing, when there were silent moments, it was so quiet in that movie theater, it was almost uncomfortable. Like, it was just not a murmur, not a whisper, not a conversation, not a popcorn bag, not just dead silence in a full-ass theater, because most people were very confused, as was I watching this weird-ass movie. And they compare the run-up to Longlegs being in theaters, which I think Josh is seeing tonight. Are you still watching that tonight?
I hope so, but I'm looking for tickets, and they're going very quickly.
Yeah, maybe the word of mouth is helping this movie out.
Did you try Fandango?
That's where I'm looking right
Did
now.
You try there's a rabid Fandango on the loose?
The movie is a weird one. I'm just going to put that out there. They compared the run-up promotion to Smile, which makes sense because there was a lot of like free viral promotion. We were talking about it. We were talking about the phone number that you could call and hear the creepy voice. And Smile, you might remember, was the horror film where people were at baseball games and stuff, and they would just have this creepy smile across their face, and it started to go viral, and it happened at multiple different events. This movie is about a serial killer. Okay, there's a serial killer on the loose. No spoilers here. No spoilers, all right? There's a serial killer on the loose. And that serial killer is played by Nick Cage. Again, none of this is a spoiler in the slightest. They're trying to figure out how this serial killer is operating. They're investigating this case, and they're like connecting dots, sort of like Charlie Day with all the strings in the conspiracy meme. And Nicolas Cage, I saw some people saying, like, I don't remember if Brandy said this or who it was. Somebody was like, he didn't go far enough with his character. I think he went far enough. I think he went like way into Creepy Town, and the voice that he did, like in the beginning scene, this is what I keep getting in trouble for around my house.
Oh, are you doing the voice?
Yeah. Courtney, like we went to go to bed last night. I got in trouble again because I go, I'm putting my long legs on. That's what Nicolas Cage's character said.
I heard it in the trailer.
I got my long legs on. And so I keep saying this to Courtney. He's like, you know I don't want you to do that. You know I don't like when you do this. Scary.
This is like when you wanted to buy that hand statue from that Talk to Me movie, except she has no way of telling you no for this.
She'll be like, what kind of shoes are you putting on? I'm putting on my long legs. This is so creepy. She is not a fan. The movie has, for me, I was kind of like on edge at the beginning because when you're in the theater, it's a little anxiety ridden. And like you can see, man, what if this is just the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life? And then there's a twist-a-rooney in the movie that I think made it like less scary to me. But I want to see how more people feel about it. I thought like Nicolas Cage did a great job. He was so creepy. I really thought, and Josh, you would maybe know enough about this just from the trailer. I was of the opinion that Nicolas Cage was playing a transgender individual. I thought that he was supposed to be a lady.
They don't really show him in the trailer except for very short glimpses. I could see maybe how you would get that from the trailers.
And she's like, no, he's just a weirdo. And I'm like, I thought I was going to hear some of the very online types say they misgendered Nicolas Cage for the entirety of that movie. So maybe I just read that wrong. I thought he was supposed to be dressed up as a lady. Maybe that was not the case. He just was very, very creepy looking. But I thought he did a good job. I thought a lot of the actors did a good job. I just didn't like the twist. All right, that's the only thing I'm going to say.
See, I think it's even a spoiler to say that there was a twist.
You won't. It's not something that you like pick up on as you're watching it. It's just a part of the story.
Not if you don't know it's there.
No, but it's not like
that ruins TV for my wife and I, because now that I know that there is one, and if I tell her there is one, she could be predicting it the whhole time.
I shouldn't have used the word twist.
She's usually right.
I'll back off. It's not a twist, all right? It's not M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, my God, in the Village, it was modern times. It's not that kind of twist.
I'm so glad you're getting in trouble for doing an impression, because I've been in this position before. And it's
got my long legs on.
It wasn't that. You're getting higher with that pitch. But I did that for the series Blackbird, which I think was Apple TV Plus, but I'm not sure. But it starred the guy Paul Walter Hauser that played Richard Jewell.
Okay,
that chubby guy.
That guy's good, right?
Yeah, he's a real good actor. And in Blackbird, he was that like murderer or serial killer or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it talked like this the whole time. And oh man, Ashley did not like that.
Is it somehow scarier that he has a high pitched voice rather than a low pitched voice?
It's unnerving.
It is. It's uncomfortable. So you were doing that around the house?
Do you want me to put an ice cube in your red wine, or you just want it as is?
You're one step below Herbert the pervert.
Where's that mostly our paper boy?
Oh God. Well, it was. I don't even know what I would rate it. Like out of 10, maybe like a 6.5 or something. But
because of the end, or because of the swerve.
Yeah, just a couple of things, but I had a fun time. I didn't leave regretting that I had seen the movie. We did come home and watch what I thought was a better movie, and I know you guys think I'm going to butt boy you here, right? I know you think I'm going to throw one of these greasy stranglers at you. It's a lot weird. I'll admit it's a lot weird. We watched a movie last night. Tell me if either of you have heard of this. It's new. It's called Kill All the Neighbors.
Never heard of it.
All right. It's a new movie.
It's new for me.
It's called Kill All the Neighbors. And it's about this guy who he has a neighbor.
Spoiler alert.
You're never going to guess.
I know you think it's going to go one way.
It's about this guy who has a really obnoxious neighbor that moves in. And the neighbor is the funniest character in any movie I've seen in quite some time. But the neighbors end up dying. And it's not like the guy's doing it on purpose. And this whole like cacophony of mistakes lead to this guy's situation. And man, that was a fun one. And when I looked at the movie, the first thing that rang some alarm bells in my head was the movie was only 1 hour and 20 minutes long. And so when I see a movie that's really short like that, I don't tend to give it the benefit of the doubt and think, well, they just did some really smart editing here. They cut out all the fat. I tend to think
they were trying to destroy all neighbors.
Oh yeah, no, I thought it was maybe it is. Yeah, destroy all neighbors. That's what it is. Destroy all neighbors. And still, you get what's happening with the plot of the movie just from that title alone. But man, that one was a time. And we laughed. We were laughing at that one. I don't know if I was supposed to be super scared, but we thought it was pretty good. Like maybe 8 out of 10 territory, even though it was like a low budget and maybe straight to video. I don't even think that was in the theaters or anything like that. But enjoy it tonight, Josh. It's very unnerving. That's what I would say. Long legs. If you saw it, let us know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. We're running a little behind. I want to talk about, God, we have so many things to work in today. There's no way we're going to get to all of them. We have to talk about this Copa America soccer game that happened down south.
Oh, the one that people were like trying to bum rush?
It was insane. And then there were people, C-Lane, who had paid $1,500 for their tickets and they couldn't get in, even though they actually bought tickets to the game because everybody was just rushing through the security gates. Jeez. And everybody started panicking. So we'll dive into that. We got jury duty on the way, much more, very stacked on this lovely Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
I'm really lucky that I have a comfortable relationship with my wife. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, let's get the wigs and shiny outfits out, and I feel totally comfortable wearing them.
Well, good. All right.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive and intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway on I-4 this afternoon. You could expect your regular delays before US 27 and after State Road 429. And there's bumper-to-bumper traffic northbound and southbound on Florida's Turnpike between Oakland Exchange and County Road 561 there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss limited time doorbusters during Pro Savings Days starting July 15th at Lowe's. Save $60 when you buy a DeWalt 12-volt multi-head drill driver. Was $189, now $129. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 7/15 through 7/17 while supplies last.
Enjoying the News Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials. But if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Cam found out that group chats between different phones aren't private.
Or encrypted. Thank you. We only text in code. Yes, which I created. I created a code. Yes. Which can be a little annoying. Wait, was that your attempt at the code? You already forgot the code, didn't you? I should have written it down.
The place to safely send messages between different devices. WhatsApp.
Message privately with everyone.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
When you think about the month of July, you think about freedom, and we have the freedom for a long life. We just have to take care of ourselves, right? Well, Life Imaging FLA wants to help you take care of yourself. They want to help you as far as being proactive and getting a scan and make sure that your heart is fine and you don't have cancer. Life Imaging FLA, they know that early detection of heart disease and cancer can be a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. Give them a call to get that free heart scan. Call Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, and it's definitely worth it. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. This is definitely worth it. Life Imaging FLA. Ask them about the cancer screening as well. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. There are a lot of reasons to vote yes on Amendment 3, but let me give you one more good one. Today, too many adults are sitting in our jails simply because they were using marijuana, and that is just wrong. If I was your governor, I would free or parole every person in jail for possession and then expunge everyone's record. Amendment 3 will put a stop to this and let the cops fight real crime, not fake crime. I'm tired of people being thrown in jail for something that is less harmful than alcohol or opioids. So now let's finish what I started and join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the news.
Technology we have here at the News Junkie, one Christopher Dolores Lane, where I can during a break go, "Hey, C-Lane, what's that song that goes boom 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 boom," and C-Lane will go up, and he'd like 5 seconds later have an answer for me. Don't need an AI. C-Lane's my musical database, and it works out very well for me over here.
I like it. And what was the other thing that you were trying, some song you were trying to find, but you didn't want to sing to me because you didn't want me to somehow pull the feed?
It was
it was like a cartoon song or something.
An old pirate song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't want to record myself making humming those noises.
Oh, that's right. You almost sent it to me as a text message. That's right. You wanted to do it as a voice message, but you didn't want me to save it and play it on the show because you were trying to get
you know what? I did it to Alexa, I think. Where do you find your Alexa recordings? Does anybody know? Because I would bet there's one of me.
It's a different place now. You can get it in the Alexa app, and you have to go through settings and privacy or something like that. And there's a spot where it has your previous recordings.
Oh God, yeah, I guarantee. Yeah, it's in the Alexa app. You're right. I'm looking at it now. If I went back, there'd be one of me doing that, and I'm humming at the damn speaker.
So there's supposed to be a website that you can hum at. And
I tried it with Google, but Google was like, "No, dummy, I have no idea what you're talking about."
Every time I try it with Google, I can never find what they're saying they do. They're saying yeah, you can search for stuff or search for stuff by humming, and they're like, you just have to use this app. I use the app, can't find it.
Well, I'm doing the I'm doing that. That's all I have. I don't have any words.
I wouldn't have thought that was a pirate thing. That sounds more like a Steamboat Willie kind of thing.
It is, I think.
Well, he is a Disney adult now.
Whatever it was bad. I am not. Get out of here. I love this headline and the quote here. Getting shot in the face changes a man. And that, is true, is very, very true. And it looks like it's changed former President Trump. They said he's tossing the speech that he had planned. He had sort of like a doom and gloom, angry speech that he was going to do at the Republican National Convention. He said he's tossing it in return for something that's a little more about uniting people. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition, but that's what they said Trump was doing. Trump was, in one of the interviews that I saw, he's literally trying to square what happened here, because here's how he says it from his point of view. He says he was in the middle of his speech, and he was just giving there was one very Trump thing he did that I'll tell you in a moment. He was giving out information about illegal border crossings. And he said at the time, they had put a graphic up on the large screen at the place in Pennsylvania where Trump was speaking before he got shot. And he went to look at the graphic, and when he went to look at the graphic, it moved his head ever so slightly, that instead of the bullet going through the side of his head and out the other side, which it probably would have done, it went through the top of his ear because of the way he angled his head to look at these immigration statistics that were placed on the big screen where he was giving a speech. So, he was just saved by just a millisecond, this twist of the head that led to an ear piercing rather than a fatal shot. And Trump does the most Trumpy thing ever. And he's like, so really, saved by the Border Patrol, and you're like, well, that's one way to look at it. But, so he says this has changed. I can imagine it would. Somebody tries to assassinate you. You think about all that and how close everything was. He, in all caps, says we got to unite America. And he's kind of channeling Reagan, who did this same thing after he got shot in 1981. And Reagan got shot a lot worse. Reagan was busted up when they tried to come. And now the guy who killed Reagan does concerts at little venues.
He tries to do concerts. Has he actually pulled off a concert?
I think he's booked them. I think he's booked some small shows, and then they figure out who he actually is, and they cancel.
Yeah. Like Mark David Chapman, he sounds like a nice guy. Let's bring him on.
Wait. John Hinckley Jr., he paints cats. That's nice.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is it? Is it Mark David Chapman or John Hinckley Jr.?
John Hinckley Jr.
Is it Hinckley?
He shot Reagan.
Who did Chapman shoot? Mark David Chapman. Because he shot somebody too, right?
I think you're right.
It is Mark David Chapman?
He killed John Lennon.
Okay,
after
he killed
reading
John
Catcher
Lennon.
in the Rye.
And then the other one is Hinckley.
Hinckley
is the one
shot Reagan.
who shot Reagan and nearly killed him. And then it fired up Reagan's political career big time and sort of made this connection between people who almost watched Reagan die and Reagan. And a lot of that is happening right now with Trump. The people who were Trump supporters, they were in the MAGA crowd, have only been further solidified, like almost deity level solidified into that world with Trump. They're never going to budge, ever, 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 ever. I think a lot of people who are slightly right of center or independent probably will go, well, this is out of control. And the rhetoric leading up to this is at least in some small way responsible for what we're seeing here. And you don't even have to look at it in a vacuum. I mean, they tried to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. It was only just moments away from that guy being killed. They tried to kill all the Congress men and women at the congressional baseball game back when, and opened fire only because that guy, too, was a terrible shot. Did they not kill more people? Steve Scalise, I think, ended up with a couple of bullets in him. These kind of things are inevitable. I said this before, and folks on the right got upset about it at the time I said it. You can go back and look at my videos. Everything's public. I did a video before January 6th. I think it was the week before, or maybe like 3 or 4 days before. And I said, will there be violence on January 6th? And the reason why I made that video was because I said, if I was an ardent Trump supporter and I was following the things that Trump was saying at the time, I would have to believe, and I believe that people believe this, that democracy was being stolen from them, that the way of the world in the United States of America was eroding before our very eyes, and that our country was coming apart at the seams. And if you are to believe that, and you're to believe that, something bad is going to follow, it's not a shocker to jump to the logical conclusion that maybe you're going to want to try to stop that. Maybe you're going to want to start to do something about that. When you're talking to millions and millions of people, some of them are going to act on the things that you're saying. That's why I think politicians should be more responsible with the words that they use.
Yeah, now they're saying that some of the Republican Party is pointing the finger at President Biden for saying time to put Trump in a bullseye.
Yeah, I think that's just as dumb as I thought it was when they did that to Sarah Palin. And they were like, oh, look, she had like some kind of graphic promoting her candidacy, and it had her opponent in like a scope or something. It's like, that's not why people do this. I think it could add to the problem. I'm very hesitant to try to police speech in this way and hold people responsible for what
some of them
listens
they're
to.
saying it's like a double standard. Like, oh, yeah, you're saying that Trump incited January 6th.
But then, this. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I see the argument. I just think that you're going to, when you speak to enough people and tell them that the end is near, people are going to do drastic things. But we don't apply this across the board. When some weirdo self-immolates because he thinks that the planet is on fire and, he's a member of like Extinction Rebellion or something, he's a climate radicalist, we don't blame all of the people who are pushing these radical climate views. At least I haven't heard people making those claims, which led somebody to do this stuff. It's weird. It's a hard thing to really put your finger on. And I find it really bizarre now that there's all these folks in the media, they're struggling. And why are they struggling today? They're struggling because the guy who shot Trump and subsequently got his head blown off, that guy wasn't very online. He didn't have social media profiles. So we can't pull from his Facebook post or his Twitter post. We can't find out, who he liked as far as politicians go on social media platforms. Can't do all those things. Right? And if you can't do all those things, oh no, now we can't find a motive. Like, To me, the motive was in the fact that the man crawled up on top of a building and tried to kill Trump. The motive was that he wanted Trump dead. Did he want him dead just to create a little chaos like Joker or something? Or did he feel like democracy, much like the January 6th argument I made, was slipping away from this country and we were going to go into some theocracy under Trump, and he wanted to put a stop to that? Those are the only two real questions to me, you know? It's like questioning whether it's terrorism. Well, of course it's terrorism. Of course it is. The motivation behind that terrorism only matters so much, at least to me. But there's a lot of that going on. And Trump at least says he's changing as a result of this. It'll be interesting to see how his speech goes on Thursday at the convention. Okay, when we come back, we are going to do jury duty. We'll see what's happening with this Alec Baldwin case, because I told you, I thought that was going to be one of the big stories today, because the way that ended was so crazy. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends. Every weekend this summer on Real Radio 104.1.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
Jalen Brunson showed his selflessness, taking over $100 million less with his new extension in New York. NFL quarterbacks do it all the time. Brady and Mahomes set the standard with their team-first contracts. People love to talk about getting the bag, but it should be how badly do you want to win. For Brunson and the Knicks, this is what leadership looks like. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7. That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice, not to mention it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Hit a home run with Jeremiah's Tasty Frozen Treats. Introducing Jeremiah's new Batter Up series, layered with brownie batter Italian ice. Try these 3 new treats, including Brownie a la Mode, Hey Batter Batter, and Double Fudge Brownie. It's a lineup that hits it out of the park. Hop over to jeremiahsice.com today and find your nearest sweet spot and indulge in the ultimate brownie experience. Hit a home run with Jeremiah's Tasty Frozen Treats. Find your nearest sweet spot at jeremiahsice.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at SolarSource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
Get into summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group's size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at EasyCater.com.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anna Jar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
Burning Hammer on Twitch says, like, wow, you spend all this time online stoking flames, talking about violence, wanting civil war, taking the country back, threatening bloodshed, and then when something does happen, you just throw your hands up and ask, oh gosh, how could this have ever happened to us? Like, wow, you spend all this time putting lipstick on, putting on a short skirt, going down a dark alley, and then when you get raped, you just throw your hands up and say, oh gosh, how could this happen to us? Do you understand how thin that argument is? It doesn't make a lot of sense. People should be able to express themselves and have opinions that you may find to be radical in the United States of America and still not get shot for it. I know that's a crazy opinion for me to have, but just color me crazy then, because that's something that I actually think and believe. I don't agree with about 90% of the stuff Trump says, but I don't want the guy to get shot. I don't want our country to fall apart and turn into some like banana republic where everybody's getting thrown in jail and getting shot by detractors. I think that's vile. I think that's culture rot. I think that's everything terrible that we could possibly look at.
There is one very important thing that I side with Trump on, though, and I think maybe you guys are on board. I don't know.
It's the border. It's the border, isn't it?
No.
Build the wall. Build the wall lane over here.
Much simpler than the border or building walls. It's mosquitoes.
Yeah,
it's.
I 100% agree.
He doesn't like them. He's been long against mosquitoes, despite what some people say about them. There's the pro-mosquito crowd, I think.
I don't like mosquitoes. I don't like mosquitoes. I
never did. All right, I'll get into this Alec Baldwin thing in a moment. I did want to stop and talk about something else. Go back to the bowling event we were at this weekend. And Mo and John Busdecker and even Josh, they all did a great job.
Thank you.
Getting there and putting this thing together. And it was a super fun time. But I connected for a brief second. I wish I would have been able to spend some more time chatting with them, with our friends Tom and Dan at this. The first thing I noticed is Tom is withering away. The man is like...
he is fit.
What happened to Chunky Tom? That's the guy I knew, right? That's the guy I knew. He is like... He's lost so much weight.
And I found it.
I found a little bit too. He looks fantastic. And then I go see Dan and I go, what's going on with you guys? What is happening with you guys? Are you just on Pelotons 24/7? You all look fantastic. You on the Zempic? What's going on here? They both looked really good, and it was nice to talk to Daniel Dennis for a little bit and just chat with him. Those are two really talented guys, and I hear corporate time all the time when we're driving. I get to connect with their show, and I did think it was funny. Busdecker says, if we get $3,000 in this like raffle or something that they're working on, he goes, we're going to have Tom Van get in his old school stunt Drunky the Bear suit that he used to wear. And so I go, oh, that's funny. Obviously, Tom was willing to do this and was interested. And I go, that's a funny bit. And then like 5 seconds later, Busdecker goes, it's going to have to be 4,000 because money is just flying in.
We sold so many of those tickets so fast. It was crazy.
And we went from, he's in the right next to me, in the lane right next to me. And I see Tom grab the Drunky the Bear suit that he's done all these stunts in and like jumped over cars and all kinds of stuff. And everybody's been around him for hours and hours and hours. He puts on the Drunky the Bear costume and it's like a mob of everybody. Yeah. It's a photo. I'm like, it's the same guy. There's a skinny professional version of the same guy that was on stage here a moment ago. So shouts out to both of them. Really, really cool guys. Very, very funny guys, too. And it was nice to, because I was close to their lanes, to be able to connect with them for a hot second. Before jury duty, one last thing. People were losing their ever-loving minds this weekend while you were distracted by Trump's ear being shot. There was a video that everybody started passing around, and they said, you can take my pride, you can take my power, but you will never take this away from me. This will never fly in the United States of America, because there was a video, you'll see it right here in front of me. I'll put it up on See It Now during the break for everybody else, of a Cracker Barrel where they took all the decor down.
What?
And they were like, they're going for a modern design.
Are they just
Cracker
polishing
Barrel?
the decor? They're just like, refurbing the decor, right?
Cracker Barrel had to respond to this because there was a meltdown. Because people said, I'll never go to Cracker Barrel again. I don't care what you say. They took down all those dusty license plates from Alaska and that like crab trap,
old farm equipment, random plow. Rusty scythe.
I always wonder when you're at a place like a Cracker Barrel that like a Fridays or whatever, it has the stuff just
like a themed
to
restaurant.
The wall.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah, but the theme is chaos, controlled chaos,
so
and
much
just stuff like. I also wonder this about like some of like Tijuana Flats, where they all have the same like stack of bumper stickers around the place. Is there in the books at Cracker Barrel HQ a list of items that you order that have to be on the walls of the Cracker Barrel? Like you said, the fishing net, an old picture of a basketball team.
I feel like yes. Just because when you said that, I pictured all the Cracker Barrels I've been in, and you're right. There's like key elements that seem to be repeating.
Right. So if you buy like a Cracker Barrel franchise, I don't even know if they franchise, but just bear with me here. You're opening your Cracker Barrel store. Mm-hmm. You make the order, and they send you boxes of stuff, and they're like, "Here is where it goes on the wall. It's the item number 518 is the old basketball hoop
for no reason."
Yeah,
I think that might be true. People were angry though when they saw.
Here's item 610, a peach box.
They took down all of that Cracker Barrel decor, and they said Cracker Barrel is going modern. They were so bad. Don't get me wrong, I like the food, but I always catch myself looking at the items while I wait. Somebody said, makes time pass so fast. I'll definitely have to make a decision if I go back if this happens. This person's not going back if the peach box is not there.
I'm just mad that they got rid of the catfish breakfast.
That was good stuff.
I will not be going back to the barrel. Don't even F with me. This has to be a lie. What in the Joanna Gaines is this? Somebody said. If you haven't said this was a Cracker Barrel, I never would have guessed. They were so mad. Cracker Barrel is assuring you all everything's okay. They're keeping the decor. All right. They're going to keep the decor around. We're going to have to push jury duty back just a little bit, but the Alec Baldwin story is in front of me. There was just a piece of info. Now, probably some of you at different stations will already know who Trump's VP pick is. It's coming out soon. But he is floating some info out there, and he was like, it's somebody who's not being discussed and has not been mentioned in the conversation. And if he picks somebody like totally out of left field, I will lose my mind. If he picks like Waka Flocka or
he pulls up Lil Wayne or Kodak Black.
If he picks one of them, I'll lose it, man. I'll lose it. I don't know.
I thought it was a little pimp.
Little pimp. What was it? Little Nasonex from earlier? Okay, quick break. When we come back, the Alec Baldwin stuff and everything else we need to cover. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for this afternoon. Orange Avenue southbound at Tradeport Drive. Florida's Turnpike northbound at Orange Blossom Trail. On Florida's Turnpike, bumper-to-bumper traffic northbound and southbound between Oakland Exchange and County Road 561, and slowdowns on I-4 westbound between Lake Mary Boulevard and State Road 434. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss up to 70% off select major appliances at the Lowe's Closeout event. But hurry, these deals are too good to last because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Progressive presents 10 things on a food truck owner's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Stocking the fridge, prepping the stations, finding employees that get along well, finding employees that actually do their job. Looking at you, Gary. Balancing the books, balancing the flavors, having a fresh menu and fresh produce and fresh meat, but never a fresh mouth. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This July, celebrate America's independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Their custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. They keep the heat and humidity out, not to mention the noise. That's because their unique Fibrex material combines both elegance and resilience, offering you double the strength of traditional vinyl. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your free consultation today. And if you're looking for a new career, great news. They're still hiring experienced window and door installers. Celebrate freedom and comfort with Renewal by Andersen, official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, just go to rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one. We need your help to protect your right to AM radio in your car. AM is always there in times of need with the key information for our community. The overwhelming majority of legislators support a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. Please text the 2 letters AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. Text AM to 52886.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month. Text stop to stop. A message from the station.
Wow. Biden's at it again.
Inflation, rising costs for everything. What now?
Try big government control of our Medicare drug benefit.
The more I hear, the more it seems we can't afford Biden's Medicare agenda.
They're right. And it's because seniors are already feeling the pain of Biden's drug coverage changes, with almost 2 million forced from their plans and spiked premiums for nearly 5 million more. Now, Congress wants to expand the Biden Medicare agenda even more. But studies show Biden's plan will restrict access, shrink coverage, and limit availability of needed drugs for all seniors. Thankfully, Senator Rick Scott is a champion for Medicare drug coverage. Call him at 202-224-3121. Urge him to stop Biden's radical Medicare changes by opposing S-1246 now. Paid for by Seniors for Better Care.
Cam found out that group chats between different phones aren't private.
Or encrypted. Thank you. We only text in code. Yes, which I created. I created a code.
Yes. Which can be a little annoying.
Wait, was that your attempt at the code?
You already forgot the code, didn't you?
I should have written it down.
The place to safely send messages between different devices. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group's size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio.
a safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This
Sweet cash, which will make this week all the better, I'm sure. And what I love right now is, and again, this your mileage may vary depending on when you're hearing the show. They're not announcing Trump's VP pick. They're announcing who's not the VP pick. So they just said Marco Rubio has been informed he is not the choice. It's like, oh man,
little Marco.
Yeah, brutal phone calls going on behind the scenes right now. All right, I promised we would talk about this Copa America thing because it was pandemonium. Did you see this too, Josh? I know C-Lane did.
I saw a video. Are you talking about where people were like climbing the wall at the stadium?
Yeah, they were rushing in the entrance past security. They were like climbing up through the ceiling for some reason. They were everywhere breaking into this. Here's CBS in Miami talking about what went down.
6:07, chaos and destruction at Hard Rock Stadium during the Copa America game.
Huge crowd.
I believe this, people rushing the gates at the event. Causing damage as well. Fans, they were hurt, and they were angry. This after many ticket holders, they purchased those tickets, and they couldn't even get in.
Yeah, people purchased tickets for like $1,500 or more. And now, as a result of some of this, they weren't able to get access to the venue. People were hopping over the fence. And I'm not talking about 3-4 people. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of people all rushing at once. And when that happens, there's nothing they could do. I remember I went to forgot what it was like it was a Buzz Bake Sale type concert, like a day-long concert, but I don't remember what it was exactly. And some band was playing that was like a heavier band, and the place that has had 8 billion names, Coral Sky Amphitheater, was like the generic one that they had. I don't even know what it's called now, like vodka or something like that.
Let's see.
It's the West Palm Beach outdoor venue. And we were watching somebody play there, and everybody along the grass and the lawn just started whispering, and they go, like, on the count of 5, everybody just rush into the seats.
I think Financial Amphitheater.
I think Financial Amphitheater is what it's called now. And so we're like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or whatever. And everybody starts running at the same time, jumping up over and past the security. And there were hundreds of people who made their way into the seats, and they're not going to do anything about that. There's nothing they can do. There's only a few people. It's out of control, and that's how it was here.
First time I ever saw that happen was at a 311 concert.
Really?
It was like a couple. It was during the opening acts, and a bunch of people. It was at the old UCF arena, like the not the one that they have like most of the shows and stuff at now, but it was like their old basketball arena. And they did like a rush on the floor, but which meant we could pretty much have whatever seat we want. But I was like with all my drumline friends, and they just wanted to watch Chad Sexton, so we ended up being side stage. Not very Irie, man.
The weird thing is, you do that, you participate, and then you're like, what if they come over here now and ask me for my ticket stub? Or that, because they start cracking down after that sometimes. That's how this was going for this Copa America.
CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner. She joins us live this morning from Hard Rock Stadium. And Morgan, the mayor's now weighing in as a massive cleanup effort is underway there.
Yeah, speaking of cleanup, as my photographer and I were just driving around the area this morning, we were amazed by the amount of trash. I mean, it's simply a mess.
Damn.
What happened over here last night was chaos, and now the mayor is chiming in saying she is outraged, and her office is going to work to go over the chain of events and put new protocols.
Oh, they're going to January 6th this, aren't they? They're going to get all the angles, and they're going to be like, a Pablo who jumped the fence to haul ass to watch the soccer game. You're headed to jail. It's happening for you. They're gonna go back and crack these heads
in place.
People with tickets, we couldn't get to the stadium.
The highly anticipated Copa America finale between Colombia and Argentina.
So many fans
for more than an hour Sunday evening.
Jeez, it's amazing people didn't die. They crushed
this. As thousands waited.
Wow. Unbelievable crowds. I'll put this on See It Now. I've got it ready during the break. I'll pop it up on See It Now. And man, it was just absolute pandemonium at this soccer match.
I've only been to that venue once, and that sure as hell did not happen at the Coldplay concert. Just saying.
Oh, what venue is it in Miami?
Hard Rock Stadium.
Oh, it's a Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the Dolphins play.
Is it really? Okay. And so they must have known that there was going to be such a large crowd of people for one of these soccer games, especially in like a Hispanic area. Hispanic support for soccer is like through the roof. It's unbelievable. I remember when Mexico came to play at the Bears Stadium, and I'd never seen so many people in my life that wanted to go to a sporting event. People were trying to get into like apartment buildings that could overlook the stadium to see if they could watch the game.
That would be real cool. I think that's the way to go. Some of these people that have these apartments that are you just see enough of it. Like that girl who was like watching Taylor Swift in her bedroom.
Yeah. Why not, right? If you can. All right, let's get into this, and then I swear to you we'll go to those dispatches that I've ignored all day long. I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad man. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. If you get into an accident, I know you can have this feeling like, I don't really want to cause any trouble. I don't want to go against this person that ran into me. Maybe they made a mistake. It's not about them. It's about the insurance company. That's what insurance is there for. And the insurance company doesn't care about you. Just get that through your head. You know this. You're smart enough. You know this. They do not care about you. So it's good to push them, press them, and protect yourself, your family, and your future by utilizing Mo DeWitt and the DeWitt Law Firm to go after the people who are responsible in situations like this. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, and go to justcallmo.com. I think I messed that up once. 866-CALL-MO. There you go.
Boom.
Alec Baldwin, I was watching this when it was dismissed it was like late Friday, and he is in court.
Exciting Friday night for you.
Wild times. And Alec Baldwin's in court, and all of his attorneys are there and everything. And the woman who was the prosecutor, so like she's calling witnesses, she's the attorney. She's calling witnesses, doing all this stuff. They go, ma'am, would you like to take the stand? And she goes, fine. And so the prosecutor is called up to the witness stand. And the judge swears in the prosecutor in this Alec Baldwin Rust trial over the shooting on set. And she goes, tell me your story. And the judge just lets the prosecutor go. And the prosecutor goes, we had somebody approach us with this evidence. We did on and on and on and on and on. The prosecution admitted that they hid evidence from Alec Baldwin's defense team. And the evidence was that there were live bullets, live ammunition on the set of Rust. They tried to obfuscate and hide this evidence as much as they possibly could. There were, at the very least, rumors, but I'm keen to believe this maybe was what happened, where the prosecutor said, he's an asshole, he's smug, and I'm going to take him down a peg.
Ooh,
and you go, so maybe they even knew that there was this evidence out there, but they became so dead set on just going after Alec Baldwin because they thought he was smug that they were willing to upend actual justice. And that's bad. That's real bad.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that's not even just like, okay, let's with prejudice dismiss the case. That's like maybe there should be charges against some of the people who are involved in covering that up. That is what you don't need to happen. You want people to have faith in the justice system. And I think overall, people probably lean to having at least some faith in the justice system still. That's an important thing. If we lose all that, then all hell breaks loose. But Alec Baldwin says, there are too many people who have supported me to thank just now. To all of you, you will never know how much I appreciate your kindness toward my family. He was crying in the courtroom. At the time, he was practicing a cross draw on set when the gun fired. He says he was told the weapon was not hot, but the weapon did have bullets in the chamber. They said the state's willful withholding of information was intentional and deliberate. That's the judge. If this conduct does not rise to the level of bad faith, it certainly comes so near to bad faith as to show signs of scorching prejudice, said the judge. And those are big, big claims. So That was a mess. The whole thing just fell apart completely. Now he cannot face those charges again. Let's go to you. Let's work in these dispatches as promised and see what you got going on. People talking about all sorts of stuff. Here's Mo Manji. Saw him out there at the bowling event, and he's talking about that.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well.
Hey.
It was a lot of fun seeing everybody on Saturday. What a good time. What a great event. John Busticker did an awesome job killing it. Thanks. Bye.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Mo Manji. Good to talk to you out there. I'm a PC. He's talking about Cracker Barrel.
C-Lane, it's not an itemized list of everything. It's just a big Lego booklet for when they finally get everything in there. And it's just like this place gets this piece. And it just like rotates around the Cracker Barrel. Because I think all of them are built exactly the same.
Yeah, they do all look the same when you go in there. Like everyone has that same exact look and feel. Why are they? What is with the timing on this? So they're talking about when they're going to announce the Trump VP pick. And just a heads up for Bradshaw, I had heard it was going to be at 3:30. Now they're saying 4:37.
Somebody in the chat said that.
Does that stand for something? 4:37? 4:37. It seems like such a specific time to announce that you're going to make that pick, but I can't think of what relevance it would have or what that would stand for. Like there was the Declaration of Independence signed at 4:37 p.m. or something. Or is there some deeper meaning to this, or am I just trying to create some layers where there's not any there?
You'd
It
have
seems
to
like
ask
a weird time.
the numerology crowd will know how that works.
What does it mean, folks? What does 4:37 mean? I don't understand.
Wait. Where's the convention?
In Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. What time zone is Milwaukee?
Central?
Yeah, either Central or Mountain, but yeah, Central, I think.
So then 5:37 or for us, or did they say 4:37 Eastern?
Eastern, I believe. I think. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, it says
ET. Manic Hot Dog says, it seems like our justice system is filled with these kind of cases. So many innocent people wrongly convicted because evidence that was not presented. Very true. Sausage Fondue says, happened to my dad when I was a kid. State prosecutor didn't like him. Somebody accused him of attempted murder, and they just blindly took him in and charged him. Had to be a witness when I was like 12. Got thrown out by the judge in a similar way. God, that must have been weird being 12 and going through that.
That's got to be scary, man. You're 12 years old, and you have to get up on and testify in court to get your dad off of a murder rap?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, I couldn't even imagine. My dad was way too nerdy to get involved in a murder rap. He didn't have any cool stuff like that going on.
What if you're in your teenage years, you didn't get involved with your dad? You just get up there and go, he killed him. Killed him dead. I've never seen somebody kill somebody so dead.
Your dad took your cell phone away the day before, and you're like teenage angst lashing out.
I'll show you, old man.
I'll get the last laugh here, man. Maybe they're taking a page out of your book, Sean. We'll announce the VP after this. Stay tuned. Mark says 4 plus 3 equals 7. 4:37. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Ooh, deeper we go. I don't know. I don't know.
The reason I was going with time zones is because I was like, is he announcing it at the same time he was shot?
Oh,
but it doesn't make sense.
What time was he shot?
Wasn't he shot at like 6 something?
Yeah, it was later. Yeah. Okay, but you're saying he was in Pennsylvania when he was shot, so that would be, I believe, the same time zone. I don't know my time zones as well as I should. Here's OE saying Cracker Boy.
Here's a fun one, guys. Go into a Cracker Barrel and bring a small 3x5 or whatever framed picture of you and your friends or whatnot, but in black and white. And when no one's looking, put it on a shelf. It's pretty easy to do. Just wonder how long it stays. That's all I got. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
That's good. Like going into the Louvre with your own art and just putting it up there. Let's see. Not Your Average Joe.
Monday, Manly Monday, wiener, 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 wiener. Little throwback. Josh, always good to hear your voice. You guys got that secret show vibe going right now.
Oh, nice.
My question is, do you ever worry about that when you guys are on the actual airwaves and maybe you slip into that mode and something slips by? I'm not sure if you have any dumps left ever after that live show because of Sean, but just curious. Love you all. Hope Sabrina gets better.
Yeah, people ask that all the time, and I've never had an issue with it ever.
It's an unconscious swish.
Yeah.
It's sort of like talking to my grandmother when when my grandmother was still alive. It was like I actively just switched to not cursing.
Yeah, it's just kind of seamless.
If it had happened, it would have happened while I was still sitting in the couch in Sean's studio, because having a different place definitely makes a difference. But when we were doing the show at your house, it's just like you're in show mode.
Yeah, there's something about it that makes it not a difficult thing for me, and maybe it's just because we've been doing this for so long. Update: North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum has been told he will not be Trump's running mate.
No.
Making the mean calls right now.
I was really voting for him.
You know, if you're J.D. Vance, don't answer the phone. Trump calls.
Please.
If you don't pick up, he can't tell you you're not the VP, so you're still on the list. What were we going to say, C-Lane?
Basically, if you're any Republican that had a shot at it, you are watching your phone actively going, don't ring, don't ring,
Please,
don't ring,
please,
don't ring,
please.
don't ring.
One more for now. Here is Guitar Slinger right here.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. Maybe someone can shed some light on this detail. An ex-president, they always get a Secret Service detail, but I don't think it's the same quantity or intensity that a sitting president gets for a Secret Service detail. And if someone's running for president, they want additional security, they generally have to pay for it, for private security. But I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that the detail they get as an ex-president isn't the same as a sitting president. Somebody clean this up.
He would have the detail as the former president, but do the candidates at some point get a Secret Service detail?
They're supposed to. RFK Jr. has not gotten one, and he's like,
and they're blaming Biden on that. It's like they're saying, President Biden wouldn't give RFK Jr. Security.
I don't know if he has the say over it. I don't even know how that. Honestly, I don't know how that works. But he is a candidate, right? And I think that anybody who's running for office on that level for president, and they're like a significant figure, they, as we saw this weekend, are become a target, and people will try to kill candidates for all kinds of reasons. For God's sake, Abraham Lincoln, because he wanted to allow black people the right to vote, was shot and killed famously while watching a play. And John Wilkes Booth was, prior to that, going to kidnap Abraham Lincoln. That was the original plan. He was going to kidnap Abraham Lincoln. And then he said, no, I'm going to kill him. And not only was he going to kill him, but there was a larger plot. And they were going to kill, like, the president, the vice president, the secretary of state. They were like, there was like 4 different people in 4 locations. And Wilkes Booth does his thing and kills Abe Lincoln. And one of the other guys got too drunk.
Nobody else does their stuff. And he's like, come on.
One of the guys got too drunk and ended up like sleeping in the inn that he was at. Another one tried to kill, I think, the vice president, and they battled in the house. And the vice president ended up staying alive and defeating this intruder. It was a whole thing. Like it was a massive event.
The other conspirators were assigned to kill Secretary of State William H. Seward and Vice President Andrew Johnson.
Right. Yeah. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, "Oh my God, Sean, Lincoln freed the slaves." I'm talking about the motivation for John Wilkes Booth. The motivation for him, because he was a supporter of the Confederacy, was that recently Abraham Lincoln had moved to pass legislation to allow black people to participate in elections. And it was that particular thing that set John Wilkes Booth off. We don't have to litigate this right now. This is pretty old stuff.
It already happened.
Yeah. There's already a vampire movie out about it. Like there's a lot. This is way in the rear view there. All right, we'll hear more of you before the end of the show. I promise you that. We'll get into a story that I want to dice up a little bit with the two of you and see what you think, because Kanye West and his wife are now the target of an organized conspiracy against them. And some people are very upset that this is happening, but it seems okay to me. We'll talk about this. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. Construction's causing delays northbound and southbound on Florida's Turnpike between Oakland Exchange and County Road 561. That's causing delays on US 27 northbound and southbound between County Highway 561 and Florida's Turnpike. Expect delays due to an accident where Orange Avenue meets Tradeport Drive. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
Boss, did you know Safe Touch Security is the home of the 45-second or less guaranteed response?
Of course, it's just one of the reasons why I hate Safe Touch.
For a limited time, save up to 50% on select security systems. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey, pool season fanatics, your summer persona is calling. It's time for sun-soaked party scenes at MGM Grand, new luxury cabanas at Bellagio, and sandy beach living at Mandalay Bay. Show off your poolside only with MGM Rewards. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Shh. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
At Life Imaging FLA, they're all about celebrating freedom and a long, healthy life. They're here to fire you up and let you take charge of your health, making the choice to be proactive, get a scan, and get the freedom to live your life and enjoy times with your family and friends. Life Imaging FLA, they know that early detection saves lives, and it does. Give them a call. Here's what you do. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free hard scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. Take advantage of it now. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free hard scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Ask them about the cancer screening as well as that free heart scan. I went. It's easy, and I got to tell you, I have peace of mind. I know my heart is good. You can give them a call too. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. I'm John Morgan, and I'm asking you to stand with me and vote yes on Amendment 3. Amendment 3 will be on your ballot in November, and it will allow adults to possess or safely use marijuana, and that's a very good thing. Amendment 3 will put an end to bad laws that not only cost us millions in law enforcement dollars, but also cost thousands of Floridians their freedom. Nearly 250 years ago, our nation declared our independence. Now it's time for us to declare our independence from laws that demand jail time for simply having or consuming marijuana. Our system of treating adults who consume marijuana as criminals is madness. Join me, John Morgan, in supporting our own Declaration of Independence and vote for the people and vote yes on Amendment 3.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
It's almost here. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
I promise. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to learn more about the show and to send yours right across. And if you like hearing the three of us like this in this formation, and you don't tomorrow, you can always listen to secret shows where we do uncensored shows every single week. Have it a little fun on Thursdays when we record them live and stream to the News Junkie Discord at that point in time. And I would encourage everybody to take a peek behind the curtain if you want more. Over at thenewsjunkie.com, look up secret shows. You'll see what's going on over there.
We say bad words.
A lot of bad words.
Like darn.
Yep. There's a couple hecks in there,
Yeah.
you know, just for
Maybe
a
a
good
frick.
measure. Yeah. Ooh, watch out. Careful
Sorry,
now.
dump button.
I wanted to put this out there because it's not getting enough attention, I don't think. But the person who was shot and actually killed at that Trump rally in Pennsylvania, his name is Corey Compertore, and his family has released a statement. This is him celebrating his 50th birthday. He looks quite young for 50, actually.
Yeah, good shape.
Yeah, and he was at the event, obviously, and was hit with the bullet from this sniper. Allison Compertore, who is his wife, I'm assuming, says, yesterday time stopped, and when it started again, my family and I started living a real-life nightmare. What was supposed to be an exciting day that we had all looked forward to, especially my dad, turned into the most traumatizing experience somebody could imagine. I know the media will cover this event, and I'm going to try my best to stay away from looking at everything, especially because I've already seen and lived through it in real time. But I want everybody to know what the media will not cover and will not say about him. He was the best dad a girl could ever ask for. My sister and I, so this is the daughter, my sister and I never needed for anything. You call, he would answer, and he would do whatever it is you needed. And if he didn't know how to do it, he would figure out how. He could talk and make friends with anybody, which he was doing all day yesterday and loved every minute of it. He was a man of God, loved Jesus fiercely, and also looked after our church and our members as family. The media will not tell you that he died a real-life superhero. They're not going to tell you how quickly he threw my mom and I to the ground. Oh, she was there, damn. They're not going to tell you that he shielded my body from the bullet that came at us. He loved his family. He truly loved us enough to take a real bullet for us. And I want nothing more than to cry on him and tell him thank you. I want nothing more than to wake up and for this not to be a reality for my family. We lost a selfless, loving husband, father, brother, and father, brother. Where was I? Oh, uncle, son, and friend. And I will never stop thinking about him and mourning over him until the day I die, he said, or she said. This is the daughter of this guy. getting her thoughts out there. So, yeah, with everybody talking about, like, Trump getting his ear pierced and all the other angles of this and how the Secret Service could have essed the bed so badly, there was one person that was killed. That man right there was killed, and 2 others that are still in the hospital, as best I know. Over to this Kanye West, very, very different note here. Kanye West and this wife, in air quotes, I don't know. I don't know if they're legally married or not. Bianca Censori is her name. And now this is the story I see this morning. It says restaurateurs vow to ban Kanye West and his wife Bianca Censori from their eateries.
Why?
After their recent stunts. And I don't know if it's this outfit. Every outfit looks like this that she wears. This is just an example if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. And generally she's wearing nothing. She's got like strings over certain things.
Not a fan of clothes, this Bianca.
She does not like them, it would seem. And I know that there's a bunch of people who are maybe new Kanye West fans or, I don't know, anti-cancel culture types. And they'll go, the restaurants aren't letting Kanye in? Well, what's going on here? I thought this was America. If a restaurant wants to enforce some sort of dress code that says she's not allowed in, I mean, I don't know what dress code she's in line with. I don't know that.
None.
Is that McDonald's dress code? She's not wearing anything. If restaurants want to say, hey, if you'd like to come into our establishment, you're going to need to be wearing clothing. I'm fine with that.
There are gas stations that would turn her away for the way she's dressed.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm slut-shaming her. I just wouldn't want, if I was going to the Cracker Barrel that she went to sit in the booth that she occupied before me. You know what I mean? I would not be a fan of that, I don't think.
I would sit in the booth across from the one she's occupying.
It's a little bit much, and I don't want all the parts touching all the things that I have to touch later, but... yes, people are like, oh, my God, clutching the pearls. If I'm the owner of any establishment these two intend to enter, I will tell them, due to respect for my customers, you are not allowed to enter. I won't have them in my restaurant. Totally inappropriate and not a good role model for young children to see this out and about. It's not her requirement to be a role model,
No.
just for the record. She can do that and do whatever she wants to do. The only thing I would see, okay, if she's like in line with anything legally, go do it. Wear whatever you want. I don't care. You're an adult. But if a restaurant said, like, you can't just trounce around in my restaurant naked, I would have no problem with them enforcing that rule. Even if they were in a confederacy with other restaurants to do this, I would be fine with it, I think. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off your dispatch right now. In fact, speaking of that, since I've been such a bad boy with the dispatches today, let's work in maybe 2 more here. Here's J. Ryan KB.
Hey, junkies. I thought with Secret Service, once they get the actual presidential nomination is when they get the actual, like, detail.
Might be.
As if the same quality as the president. So I think that the gentleman was right on, like, the scaled down Secret Service.
Mm-hmm.
And that I believe it's once they actually get the nomination. But I don't know how that would apply to RFK Jr. with him being an independent and not having an official party that he's the nominee for.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how that works with him. But I do know with the other major party candidate that they get it once they actually receive the nomination. So Trump will get it after the convention. Anyways,
Good timing.
have a great day, guys.
Great timing on that. Thank you, J. Ryan KB. And the last one for now, here's Waterboys.
So over $16,000 raised for that charity on Saturday.
Hell yeah.
I mean, amazing event. Thank you to Bus Decker and Mo DeWitt for putting that thing on. It sounded like a good time. I hated to have missed it, but, it was good times. See ya.
Thank you, Waterboys. Yeah, it was fun. It was a real good event. So kudos to everybody, including Josh, that pulled that off.
Most, actually.
Even though I walked right by you on the way out, and I felt so bad.
What
about
a
that
jerk.
It's fine.
I stopped and turned around and came back because I was like...
Now that I know you were in a hurry to get to your home bathroom, I feel bad that I stopped you.
Okay. Can I tell you something? That's not untrue. Because, first of all, I'm not super fond of using the restroom in public spaces if I really have to use the restroom. And if
it's a Tuesday, is it what you're saying?
Yeah. And if there's listeners everywhere, folks, true story, that my life here on display. I've been at events that we've done and trying to use the stall to urinate, and people have had their phones out over the top of the stall to try to record me during a commercial break.
When did this happen?
This happened years ago, but it 100% happened. There was 3 people or so that had their phones out in the bathroom, in the stall while I was trying to pee.
Hey, pee-pee boy, what are you doing in there? Taking a pee?
No, I didn't get any photos of anything, I think. It's too big to capture on camera. It's Bigfoot, you know what I mean? So otherwise, leave me alone when I'm in public using the restroom, please.
Bigfoot?
Kind of like that. Quick break.
I got my long legs on.
True. Quick break. Back in just a moment. Final dispatches.
My long legs on.
Oh, no. It's so clear, too. It's so crisp. Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
On today's Jim Colbert Show, we'll talk about the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. We'll also talk some sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz, and our friend Ray Friendly from TK Law will join us at the end of the program. Plus, an opportunity for you to see Styx in Tampa. And your calls, texts, and talkbacks later today.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast on this Monday afternoon. We'll have a couple of scattered storms around from 2 till 7 p.m. is our highest chance for rain. That may impact our evening commute. Our high temperature about 93 degrees. Overall, the storms could feature not just torrential rain and frequent cloud ground lightning, but also a couple of wind gusts that could exceed 50 miles per hour. So be weather aware. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp.
Me and the kids were always messaging. They LOL'd, I ROFL'd, but then I changed phone and the bubbles went green. But where there's a fill, there's a way. And I found a way to share what's in here. I'm tapping my heart.
WhatsApp, the place to safely send messages between different devices. Message privately with everyone.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. If you've been in a car accident, you need to know a term. It's called statute of limitations. That means you have 2 years from the time of the accident to actually file a lawsuit if need be. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your rights to the claim. Now, sometimes some lawyers will wait till the last minute to file or contact you with just about a month left saying that they don't know if they want to proceed with your case. Be careful with that. For more information, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546, Office, Orlando.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted.
What?
It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices on WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wesley Financial
Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322.
Wow. Biden's at it again.
Inflation, rising costs for everything. What now?
Try big government control of our Medicare drug benefit.
The more I hear, the more it seems we can't afford Biden's Medicare agenda.
They're right. And it's because seniors are already feeling the pain of Biden's drug coverage changes, with almost 2 million forced from their plans and spiked premiums for nearly 5 million more. Now, Congress wants to expand the Biden Medicare agenda even more, but studies show Biden's plan will restrict access, shrink coverage, and limit availability of needed drugs for all seniors. Thankfully, Senator Rick Scott is a champion for Medicare drug coverage. Call him at 202-224-3121. Urge him to stop Biden's radical Medicare changes by opposing S. 1246 now. Paid for by Seniors for Better Care.
Don't miss up to 70% off select major appliances at the Lowe's closeout event. But hurry, these deals are too good to last because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
He's smiling, and that alone should scare you. This is
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting / funny was after Trump gets shot right through the ear and this loser tried to take him out from the rooftop and the Secret Service, like a bunch of Keystone cops over there. After all that goes down, the White House responds. And of course, they're trying to like tamp down the emotion and we need to cool down, cooler heads prevail and all this kind of stuff, right? And Biden announces that he's completely changing his homestretch ad campaign. Like they're scrapping everything that they had planned, and they're not running any of the commercials that they were going to run, and they're going in a different direction because they were going to be like aggressively targeting Trump. And so I started to picture in my head, like, what was in these ads? Were they like, we've got to target Trump to make sure he doesn't make it to the White House. Mm-hmm. Pull the trigger on a vote for Biden. Like, what was in these ads that afterwards would have seemed like playing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" on 9/12/01? To me, I was like,
"Don't give Donald another shot
at the White House." Right? Like, what was in this? It was so bad. It must have been. It just didn't make sense. Afterwards, aesthetically, it would have just been a bad choice, I guess.
I was wondering if there was anything already running that they would have just like pulled.
They said that they were going to at least freeze or so. I don't know what the word was that they used for their ads. I'm hearing Trump ads still. I know we've heard some of those. Or I say Trump, maybe they could just be anti-Biden ads. But, I repeat myself. Yeah. Those are one and the same. Real quick before we wrap things up and get out of here today, I saw this story. I didn't know what to think of this. It says a professional Elvis impersonator was performing at the funeral for a woman named Kim Leslie Jones. The number one man in her life was always Elvis, the king. And she said, when I die, I want an Elvis impersonater to sing at my funeral. And I just thought that would be so weird.
In the ghetto.
So my dad, he made me promise certain things he said to me, Sean, when I die, I don't care about having like a nice casket. He goes, put my ashes in a peanut can. And it was like a particular brand of peanuts that he would bring up. There was like old boomer peanuts. And he said, put them in there. And that's the way I want to be buried. And at his funeral, I was like, should I get the can of peanuts? And I was like, no, it's weird. Like, even though it was something he wanted, I was like, it just seems like it'd be out of place. So I wonder if the family members were like, should we really get the Elvis impersonator? Is this going to be strange?
Everyone that agrees that this should be a celebration today of Kim's life, say,
Oh,
but number one man
he's a
in
British
Kim's
Elvis.
life was Elvis Presley. Of course, no one ever matched up to Elvis. But this one is Return to Sender, so I want you to sing as loud as you can. Stand up.
It's appropriate.
And dance. Weird. I guess the partying and celebrating life thing is cool. I do like that, but I don't know. It's just like if I was like singing and dancing Return to Sender while tears were rolling down my cheeks at my mother's funeral, I would have an odd connection to that date.
Burning love.
I would be uncomfortable if that was the case. All right, let's go to you. Let's work at some of these final dispatches. That's right, friends. We're doing them. They said we would.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
You shut your mouth, music guy, ska man.
You hit the button.
Yeah. I caught Courtney yesterday on the couch with her phone, and she's watching this video, and she was watching it like I would watch a silent film or like an old-timey movie. Mm-hmm. And she goes, they had a music festival long time ago that was all ska bands. And so she goes, Real Big Fish, I think were
in the before times.
Was she talking about the Warped Tour?
No, I think it was like solely like a ska thing that they did on MTV. Like they had an MTV Ska Weekend or ska, like the Ska Festival, and they had all these bands play, and it was like she had dug up a time capsule watching her. And I'm like, I'm not sure I didn't go.
Boston?
Exactly, yeah. And she's playing the songs in the background. I'm like, I know every one of these bands. Oh, God. All right, as promised, the final dispatches. Here's Mike Marks.
Hey, News Junkies, good afternoon.
Hey.
I don't understand Secret Service, their protocol. If you see somebody or something strange, don't you get the person that you're protecting out of there ASAP?
Right.
Or how do you see a telescope and not see the gun? That's what I'm curious about. And why it took so long for them to get to the president after the shots was fired. Ain't you like on standby, like get close to him, do something? I don't understand. Guys, have a good one. Be safe.
I mean, Trump, in one moment, didn't seem to want to get out of there.
Yeah.
He was trying to get his shoes back on, and he was too busy posing for the coolest photo on planet Earth with a tear in his ear, blood on his face, and his fists as he's saying, fight, fight, fight.
Something tells me that the copyright holders of a few of those photos are not going to get all the monies that they would be owed.
No, that one's out there. Yeah, there's a couple of them that are like.
Is it true? Somebody told me that one of because people are just constantly taking pictures the whole time.
Yeah.
Was there really a picture that showed the bullet in midair? Or?
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
Yeah. The Associated Press, I think, among other outlets, caught that, and you see the bullet whizzing up through his ear and ripping it off, and just crazy. Okay, now it's time to get the hell out of here. All the stories made the cut. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, July 15th, 2024. Here goes nothing. Today I learned the lead singer of this band, Queen. That's right, Queen Freddie Mercury.
Not a good singer.
Was
not a good singer.
For those of you who don't know, there's somebody who used to call the station all the time and say that. He's not a good singer. He was a stamp collector. I got to move. Here we go. Today I learned this song.
Give Me Some Lovin'.
Yeah, that's right. He told me earlier when I hummed it to him, and now here it is again. Today, learn the band that sings Give Me Some Lovin'. I know it from Days of Thunder. The Spencer Davis Group was formed when Steve Winwood was just 14 years old.
My gosh.
Cool. Yes, a young Winwood. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.